I'm on, I'm here. I've arrived. Poison Ivy going down the slide.
Just go easy with those leaves, Rhonda. Poison Ivy from Batman, superstar of stage, more accustomed to Frozen the musical than Frozen the MCG style.
It's going to be cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether it's Annie Get Your Gun, Guys and Dolls, Mamma Mia, you name it, she has done it.
Hello, good morning everyone.
The wonderful Rhonda Birchmore loading up. She's looking at the bath, and yes, Rhonda, it is.
She is a scary Poison Ivy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second slider on 3, 2, 1. Rhonda Birchmore lets it rip, and she's stuck solid at the top.
Oh. There is some serious ice in there. She's cold. It's a lot colder than she thought it would be. I'm a bit early because I realised that the sliding was happening earlier than I planned on, and I've woken up 5:25 in the morning. We are here for the big freeze, followed by the footy.
I don't claim to be a great lip reader, but I'm pretty sure when Eddie came up, he went, "Oh, shivers." Yes.
It does look cold, right? It does look cold. Melbourne versus Collingwood. Collingwood versus Melbourne. Are Melbourne going to lose for the third week in the row? I don't know. But I'm so glad you're here to join me. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. A stupid o'clock in the morning. Oh, man.
And George, who are going to keep an eye and score all of the sliders today. They were great starts.
Captain Carlton, Jace, that's the guy. Captain Carlton.
Well,
Spins, carry on. I thought Eddie was
good
fantastic.
day.
I love the outfit.
Good day.
I can't say a bad word about Eddie.
We seem to have a load of Pies fans here.
9 for the entry. Straight under.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Matthew. Wonderful. Wendy. Renita. Panaverse. Zephyr. Hello, hello, hello. We have got ages until the game. I am just here for the sliding. That's what I'm here for at the moment. But ages till the game starts.
I don't think I agree with Jace with the lip reading, but anyway, he's definitely cold, Jace. There's no doubt about that.
You're giving out big numbers to start with. You've got to leave yourself somewhere to
So it's a good, well, what we would call a bank holiday. You've got a public holiday for you guys, so you've had a nice long weekend, right?
Now, Rhonda, I thought the
What have you been up to this weekend?
not so much. She didn't even go under for about 4 seconds.
I have got a beanie on it. I have had a beanie bought for me. I have. That'll be good for about 8 months of the year, right?
I've done a 10 and a 5. You've done the same.
I've done 10 and a 5. I thought the costume was outstanding. A lot of work being put into that. It wasn't her fault that the board slipped underneath and she didn't go fully under, but she could have made it up by just doing it.
It's a good start, Sarah.
I want to see everyone go under from now on.
This is when I try and work out who the celebrities are.
Yeah, I think that's compulsory. That's a given. But I'm just concerned they've given out big scores.
Unbelievable, Wendy. Unbelievable. I've got a cuppa now instead.
Ooh. All right, over to Andy Marr, our next slider.
Oh, he'll be low scores.
Next slider. Who is Andy Marr?
From the front bar to the front bath, here we go. Crazy Carlton man.
Assume he's an AFL guy.
And he can actually talk underwater, this guy. Here he goes, Andy Marr. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. And away he goes.
Oh, 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 his head's gone. His head's down.
Upside down, shoes in last, and doesn't look like he can swim all that well, Andy.
Who's he meant to... Is he dressed as someone? Who is he dressed as?
Neil Danaher.
Why has he got a teddy bear?
And goodness gracious me. Put your hands together for Andy Marr. Here he comes.
I just would like to know who he's meant to be dressed as.
To go totally under, and Andy Marr has answered the call. I didn't think he was going to come back up. You did a great job.
Okay, he's a journalist.
I thought this could be a problem. Now, this is a difficult one because I've got to be honest here.
Radar from MASH. I've never watched MASH. MASH was before my time. As it's early, I'm just going to go feed the cats before the next slider. I'll be back in 2 secs, guys. Pixie's annoying me. She wants food.
Appeal. Does he have the broad appeal, guys?
Not for me, Sarah, no.
a little bit with Jason on this one. The front bar guys want him to go down as one of the guys off Wayne's World. That would have been perfect. The entry really good. So as you can see there, I've gone a 4 and an 8. I like the entry.
Yeah, we are a little bit younger than Jace, so it doesn't have appeal to us too. I've gone 3 for costume. I had no idea who it was or who he was trying to portray. 3 for the costume and 8 for the slide.
You've never seen MASH, Louis?
Never.
You're missing out.
You know what it is, though, yeah?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
We're
no
talking
idea.
about a man
Well,
that's
give it a
culturally bereft over there. He should have given it a 1.
Well, 3. Good effort for turning up. And
You do want something that's going to appeal. Lots of kids watching at home today. I know school kids just think this is the most fantastic event, so you want ones that the school kids are going to
Lots of oldies watching too.
Yes, old, young,
So
in
let's not
between.
discriminate by age.
No, Andrew Gay said if I give him anything more than 4, look out. So I've listened to those words.
That's just a blatant
Now we're
lazy
going
at
to someone who should be right at home in the cold. It is Winter Olympian Jakara Anthony.
It's time to take the gown off for the reveal. I know you love the cold. Show us what you've got underneath there. And you are...
The girl on fire, Katniss Everdeen.
Off you go. Fire yourself down the slide into the ice. Here she goes, Jakara Anthony, Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games. The reigning queen of Australian snow sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's up next?
The Moguls Beijing Winter Olympics.
Who's up next?
Does her best work in freezing conditions. This should be no worries at all.
Who is she?
Jakara Anthony. 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Jakara Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
Jakara Anthony. Whoa. Oh, she's gone under.
Everdeen from the Hunger Games. And collecting all of her bits and pieces.
I was wondering which character she's meant to be, but yeah, she's the girl from Hunger Games.
Cold. Put your hands together for Jakara Anthony, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is.
Jakara didn't even batter an eyelid.
And no, I've never watched MASH. It's not something I've ever watched, to be honest.
Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games.
Sorry about that.
I'm hoping that Louis heard of that, but you know, we never know if it's not the last couple of years.
I don't know, maybe it's, as I said, before my time and not something that's really repeated enough.
Before, today, what are you guys ranking it?
You want feeding as well?
It was great. I don't know what your thoughts are. I gave it a 10. Outstanding. Yeah, I got not a lot of room to move, Jace. And an 8 for the entry. I thought very good.
Yeah, I've got a 9 for the costume. I do know who that character was, Jason. So 9 for the costume and 8 for the slide. But I'm concerned where the arrow is.
Would have been a perfect score if, as she went in, Jason, she let the arrow go. Pin someone with the arrow would have been great. Yes. Eddie Betts in the back of the head.
Choreography there.
Oh, look at the enjoyment on her face, the thrill. That's
So who is Jakara Anthony?
Some stuff.
I don't know who she is.
Games, great movie
This is the problem.
Head into the newsroom.
Trying to work out Australian celebrities.
From the Herald
I have no idea who a lot of them are.
Attention just for a moment to the huge game that is happening today and some ins and outs.
Hello, Sarah. Yes, there is a game that will occur this afternoon. So Collingwood named Brodie Mycheck despite knee bone.
Well, this is fun, right? This is fun.
His spot in the side. There are no late changes for the Pies.
It's not. I don't think it is everywhere. I don't think it is everywhere. Because I don't think it's like I know what MASH is,
The Demons held over 3.
and I know what Jake's saying. Because there's a helicopter that comes in for the or in or out at the start, right?
So Melbourne stiffens their
But I've never
Hibbert and Disco.
really watched it.
In that 194 centimetre mid-season pick of last year. Now, of course, he was playing for Albury this time last year. An amazing story there. Cole Chandler is the sub for them.
I arrived a little bit late for that one because I went to feed the cats.
And my expectation is that Jason.
And yeah, it is 5:30 in the morning, and I am exhausted. I'm far too tired. So if I fall asleep,
Josh Kelly. Now, on a stinker of a day.
then I'm sorry. Just keep watching.
And this strike, I think, is really likely to be 2 weeks. Medium impact given the capacity to cause serious injury.
I tell you what, so I can lay backwards a little bit. Let me lower this.
It's likely that is intentional as well. So he's the buy, and then he misses against.
There you go. I can lay back a little bit.
Well, potentially how he can get better in terms of his body language and just try and improve himself as a North Melbourne player.
Yeah, he's certainly been in the headlines to begin his AFL career. Thank you very much to John Ralph. All right, we're going to have a look now at a defining moment in our game's history with thanks to Telstra, and it is the
Defining moments. The
1964
1964 grand final. That's a bit difficult to watch, isn't it? How can you... Oh, Jesus, that is really hard to watch. Good old black and white.
They didn't win another flag until last year. That is the 1964 granny.
Wow. Incredible. 20 years. No, not 20 years, sorry. A lot more than 20 years. Wow. What, you think... So, Good Footy Energy podcast, you think I could just stream whilst I'm asleep? And see how many people watch? I'm basically hoping any caffeine and sugar in this cup of tea wakes me up a little bit. Because it is far too early. And I've got a long day as it is. But hey ho, I'm good like that. I'm committed to the cause. Really committed to the cause.
More markets and bigger odds with Sportsbet.
Bonus gift cards at Harvey Norman. The Barista Pro by Breville, just $999. Sony 85-inch Google TV with bonus $200.
Sony 85-inch TV, only 3,700 odd.
Bonus gift card at Harvey Norman now.
What a load of rubbish.
Gareth, I think I might be having those growing pains you mentioned.
What, you'll shout at me. You'll shout at me through text. Thanks, Felina. That's really going to help.
This one was too good. I think we are ready.
Well, you have had your eye on that high street space for a while.
When it comes to growing a business,
Want me to get moving?
you need an expert in more than just money. No, more than money.
Crispy golden chicken patty, creamy McChicken sauce, crisp lettuce. Swipe right, always.
I wish I could keep going. I'll probably crash tomorrow night.
You'll be rewarded for your small somethings through AIA Vitality. Plus, get 6 weeks cover on us when you join by the 31st of July. Search AIA Health.
It's just insurance, isn't it?
I'm going to be a fashion influencer.
Of course.
That's all it is. Insurance on the adverts.
Financial advisor about retirement solutions from Colonial First State. We've helped over 3 million Australians unleash their second half.
It better be a good game. Yeah, it better be a good game.
$178, save $120. Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, $300.
Oh my God, Harvey Norman, go away.
A33 5G, $548, save $50 at Harvey Norman now.
When a nation loves coffee, they have their own. Which is why McCafe created one just for us. Introducing the Australiano. Made with
Hamish
McCafe
Blake next. Well, I'm still on the adverts.
Now that's coffee fit for an Aussie.
Hey, mate! Yeah, mate. Thoughts on D to win 40 plus?
I know it's on Channel 7. Apparently I can get Channel 7 now. The streaming service I have, I asked for a load of Aussie channels, and they actually provided a load of Aussie channels, which is awesome. Sorry, I know, I should be ranting and raving or whatever. Hassan, oh, I really don't know. I said the Demons should be the team to beat, but they have lost 2 weeks in a row. They might have a point to prove. I would probably go Demons. I went Demons by 6, I think.
Stream endless entertainment live and on demand with Foxtel Go, included with your Foxtel subscription.
Tomorrow it is football's night of nights, the Australian Football Hall of Fame. 8 new inductees plus 1
The
Hall of Fame member.
Australian Football Hall of Fame up tomorrow. I can't get up for that as well. I can't do that as well tomorrow.
At 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
No, I got work. I can't do it.
The football community. Make sure you get behind the fight against the beast. And Fight M&D has just
No, I just. It's a tough call, isn't it? Because, like, I think the fact that Demons have lost 2 in a row, that gives some sort of hope that you can beat them. You know, and let's be honest, not all teams are as good as the Mighty Swans, but Collingwood are doing okay this season, aren't they?
He is next down into the icy bath.
Are you ready? I am ready. I gave the honours to my daughter to pick.
Hamish Blake. He's got a bit of a beard, hasn't he?
For the Queen's birthday, it's Queen Elsa, baby!
Oh no, don't be playing Let It Go. That'll do me, won't it? I'm going to have to talk now. And I'm going to have to turn down the...
It's cold. It's really cold.
I'm having to turn down most of the audio. I don't want to get done and shut down for Let It Go being played. Hamish Blake. Isn't it good when someone doesn't take themselves too seriously, right? Going as Elsa. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, he forced himself under. His dress slipped. He is looking a lot older. He is looking a lot older than he did in the video. Thank God You're Here video that I did the other day. Claire, it's too early. It's too early. It's 5:40 in the morning. Too early.
It's been a huge honour. 7 years of sending in audition tapes, cold showers. Finally, I get the call up, and I couldn't be prouder. And I just want to say thank you to home too for donating, seeing the money come across. It is a real honour to be part of this.
The room beforehand, the change rooms, there was an extraordinary feeling. There's some of the best performers on television, on the football field, gold medalist. Everyone's just delighted to be part of it.
Mate,
It's ridiculous, Claire. It's absolutely ridiculous I'm getting up this early. Even Charlie said I'm crazy.
Exactly the same reason, and stoked to be here.
How high a level did you get in your sporting career? Did you ever need an ice bath?
No. I mean, I've eaten too much. Sometimes like too much pizza or something, and an ice bath could have helped cool me down. But that's about as tough as it got.
D's win today?
Yeah, D's by 28, I think it is. I haven't checked the final score, but I think it's about D's by 28.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, go D's.
Hamish Blake, massive Demons fan. Let's get to slider number 6.
Who's up next? Danaher. Talking about raising money, Soccer Aid was on last night, where they do ex-professionals and celebrities, and England versus rest of the world. I think at half time they had raised about 8 million. Oh, he's come as Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Well, Timmy was a favourite of mine. And I watched his movies about 3 times and still get a laugh out of it. And I'd like to introduce me mate here, Roger.
Roger the Crocodile.
Roger the Crocodile. So he's going to keep me company on the way down.
I know Neil wanted you to get a fake tan or a spray tan or whatever it is. Did you do that or not?
I had to get a little bit of a touch up, Tim. Yeah, they said, look, you look pretty ordinary without it, mate. Yeah, that Irish skin, you need a bit of tan, get you down there. So, Paul, I'm doing the right thing by you, mate.
What about, he had a knife, have you got a knife there too?
Mate, don't worry about that. Here it is, son. Now that's a knife.
A little plastic thing.
Get it out. There it is.
Off you go. You're going to enjoy that. And your brother over there...
You're going to enjoy that? No, you're not going to enjoy that, are you?
I'm sure he will, Tim.
Off you go.
Here we go. Thank you.
Few people in the history of the game have enjoyed a coldie more than TD. Not sure if he's ever had one quite like this, though. The oldest of 4 brothers...
Well, I've got it on Fox 504, but I think it's showing on Channel 7 as well, or at least this bit of the game is shown on Channel 7. Terry Danaher. Oh, he's dunked. Got to be careful he doesn't have a heart attack at that age. Terry Danaher. They even put his name on the toboggan.
Well done, Terry. Mick, as I should say, Dundee. Yeah, well, I did it for Mick, did it for Neilo. What a great day. Thanks for everyone to come out. Look at all these blue beanies. Well done.
It's
There are a lot of blue beanies. A lot. Everyone there's wearing a blue beanie.
Look, he's had a lot of good friends around him to help him to make the foundation bigger and stronger. And but we still haven't found found a cure, Hamish. So keep supporting.
I don't know if you've watched about Rob Burrows. Rob Burrows, inspirational. He's got motor neurons disease, and he was an ex-rugby league player. And his story is really, really sad. And I don't know if anyone's watched it. If anyone wants to, hang on. So I initially looked at Rob Burrow because of, basically because of him being a small person playing rugby, and yeah, and I always thought that no, you had to be big to play rugby. But Rob Burrows sort of proved that you didn't have to be. And he's got motor neurons disease at the moment. And he's still fighting. He's not obviously going to win, but the way he carries on and pushes and fights for the cause is truly truly inspiring. It's come as Rocky.
How many times have you seen that film?
Oh, so many times. I love Rocky, but I used to drink the raw eggs when I was younger and punch the carcasses. And yeah, no, Rocky's a big hero, that's for sure.
He was a fighter. You've been a fighter too for your country. What an honour it is to be part of this today.
Oh, you've got no idea. When Neil asked me, I couldn't get here quick enough. I mean, he's one of the great gentlemen I've met, one of the tough blokes.
I love he's got the makeup around the eye as well.
Privileged to be here.
You may get another black eye on your way down there. Let's hope not. It's cold, but enjoy it.
He has flown from Perth today. He'll fly back this afternoon. What a commitment. No one
It is horrible, isn't it? It's a really horrible, horrible disease. Debilitating, isn't it? It's dreadful. I had about 5 hours sleep. No, yeah, about 5 hours sleep. As I said, I'm dedicated to the cause. I was Australian.
Ladies and gentlemen, slider number 99, Rocky Balboa, Justin Langer. 3, 2, 1, away you go. Rocky!
And dunk.
Into the ice bath. Rocky Balboa.
Well, he don't seem to... It can't be that cold for him. He doesn't look that fussed about the cold. I think they need to stick some more ice cubes in.
Australia loves. Justin Langer having a little bit of trouble getting out of the ice bath, and Hamish having to go over and rescue him.
Yeah, he doesn't mind too much by the looks of it.
Look at the smile there on Justin Langer's face until he gets into. He needed a bit of a yo, Adrian, didn't he? As he went down.
Yo, Adrian! We did it!
One has an issue with originality.
Sorry for the impression there. I'm going D's. I'm going D's. I think D's have got to pull out their little slump, don't they? They've got to pull out their little slump.
Going with a repeat, we have seen Elsa before. Controversial.
Yeah, and we've seen Elsa stay intact too, which is something that didn't happen.
Oh no, we're not seeing another Elsa, are we?
I've had to take it down a fraction for the costume because it fell apart on entry. Entry great, costume malfunction.
But when underwater, which is what we asked for from an early part of the slide, I went 7. Yeah, that's not great.
That's scarring the kids.
Yeah, that's scarring the kids. But I think he took the advice of his daughter and quite smartly dressed as Elsa. But we have seen it before, so that's why he was marked harshly. I went a 10 for the dive. I thought going under is what it's all about.
10. This is my favourite. This is my winner. I've automatically
14 and you've got a wood fire going? Are you insane? 14's alright. What temperature is it here? Let's get the old temperatures gauge going, shall we? In the UK at the moment, I'm quite warm. It is 10 degrees at the moment. I'm quite warm. But if you want the temperature, come and look. Check this out. Summer is almost upon us. We are getting up to, hang on, 29 degrees later on in the week. Ooh. 29 degrees on Friday. Ah, we're going to burn. We are going to burn. Hi, Riley.
TD was the star of the show for me.
TD was awesome. I think
Yep.
he's headed into Hall of Fame type territory
No
with
doubt,
this.
no
He
doubt.
actually looked exactly like old Dundee. I did a double take.
But country boy, could you see anyone less acclimatised to the ice than Team? Didn't want to know about it, but he's a ripper bloke.
And as Geordie mentioned, obviously...
He was tough. He was tough. He did not flinch with the cold water, did he? Riley, if you want to watch it, you got to join the Discord server. It's showing in the Discord server. So join there and then join the streaming channel. Up next, William Wallace.
I am Ray Harton. I will not to Neil, the bravest bloke that I've ever met. And if you know this story of this film, William Wallace, he gathered the clans of Scotland together.
It's a load of nonsense, though.
Scotland, and Neil Danaher, he's gathered the Collingwood clan, the Melbourne clan, the Essendon clan, all the footy clans, brought them together for the freedom against MND. Neil, you are a superstar. We love you.
Only one thing left to do.
Give it, let's slide.
Off you go.
I know. 29. It's going to be too hot, and it's going to be too hot. I think the portable air conditioner is going to have to come out this week. Otherwise, we'll melt. If I went down the slide, what would I dress as? Maybe Dick Dastardly from the Wacky Racers. There you go. That's it. Dick Dastardly. Whoa! He almost cracked his head on the back of the slide.
He's disappointed that it's cold, and he hasn't quite got the agility that he once had, this great demon.
He hasn't quite got the same agility as he once had. Oh, that's funny.
The outfit perfect, the theme perfect. He even had the Mel Gibson kind of crazy eyes as he was going down the slide.
I thought that was absolutely brilliant, and I'm very glad
Jesus.
he ventured away from the Scottish heritage and actually wore the bike pants underneath. Otherwise, it could have been a disaster.
We did not need that, David King.
And that's all Jason was focused on, to be honest, for the first 30 seconds, which was concerning, personal point of view. But I thought it was a fantastic costume.
Oh, yeah, I bet he'd get a cheer for that, wouldn't he? But I don't think Razor Ray would get the cheer for actually doing the slide. More that he's just dunked in freezing cold water. And the fans like when an umpire suffers, right? That's why they probably cheered.
Certainly Neil's living out those qualities now, but I went 10 for slide. I just love the end bit when you realise you're just losing and you're getting closer to the water, but brilliant costume, brilliant slide. 10 and 9 for mine.
Gee, she's tight at the top.
It is
table,
tight.
isn't it?
So who are the leaders then? I'm bad at math.
I've got
Terry
Neil
Danaher
TD on 20. He's the perfect score. I think he's been the best so far.
Plenty around 19, 18, 17 though, aren't there?
Some soft marks in there, but I think Andy Marr's coming last.
I'm
no great surprise.
How's my day? It's 5:52 in the morning. My day has not started, Riley.
$2 million mark by halftime at the football. Okay, Beck Madden is next. I know she was extremely nervous about going down the slide. Let's check out.
Up next, we've got a girl.
It is Beck underneath there. Off you go. Are you going to put your glasses on first?
I am Trinity.
Trinity from The Matrix.
Magnificent.
Wow.
Absolutely magnificent. What was the inspiration behind this?
I thought it wouldn't be offering me a lot of coverage, although now I'm worried about the zip.
It won't provide any warmth, I'm telling you right now.
Worried about warmth, I was worried about exposure. Anyway.
Not worried about warmth, I'm worried about exposure.
What about this? The zip may in fact rust. Who knows? Trinity from Matrix, mad Geelong fan. In fact, the #1 ticket holder. Back home at 7 now with the news. And of course, mum of Ruby. The Madden name has long been synonymous with the Danaher name, and today they'll be further linked as Beck takes the plunge as Trinity from the
Trinity from The Matrix.
3, 2, 1, away she goes.
Go. Oh, she's down under. I thought women are meant to handle pain better, right? The two women have definitely looked and sounded like it was colder than the men have sounded.
Well done, Beck. She got serious was awesome.
Do you remember the most memorable 5 that I did earlier on in the show? I had David
You didn't
Caution
have
there
me in
because
it?
of his. You were unlucky.
Yeah,
But I had David Caution because he was terrified all the way down. I think we have someone that's just given Koshy a run for the money.
She was frightened. Stayed in character. I love it how everyone's kind of keeping the vibe and very method acting on the way through.
What do you think, George?
Until they hit the ice bar.
I think I might need a wee in a minute. That was a big cup of tea I just had.
I went 10 for costume. I think she was brilliant. As you said, stayed in character until she gets to the bottom, and then she falls out of. That's what ice bars do to people, Kingy.
I like when the glasses just come off. That's it. I've had enough. Get me out of here. That's the best part.
What about this scream?
This is terrific. Jay, she's gone here. Sheer terror.
That must be what it is, Wendy, because the women have reacted a lot worse than the men. That face.
Well done. All right, I cannot wait for this next one. We have got a global
Hi, Armageddon's Fire.
in tennis sensation. Ash Barty coming up. I know
Ash Barty coming up. She's got nothing better to do now. She's retired, right?
Australia, and she's going to take the icy plunge.
Who is she dressing up as?
Tennis royalty of the highest order. One of the most popular sports people of all time who unites the nation. And the reigning Australian Open champion. This 3-time Grand Slam winning ace knows a thing or two about serving up her best performance in front of big crowds. But the big question for our final slider today, can she slice the ice? Ladies and gentlemen, Ash Barty.
Who's she coming as? She's 4, 5, 6 from Squid Games.
Take the gown off though, because we've got to do the reveal.
Oh no, she's not.
Got some other bits and pieces that you need.
Well, that's not the same.
Well, just put that on. Now you're in full. You can't get it on. Now you're in full costume. Ash, the inspiration behind this?
I'm a child. I'm an absolute child, and turns out they don't make adult costumes to be Rafiki, so I'm fitting into a 12-year-old's costume. We're fine. We'll be right.
When you retired, did you think you'd be at the MCG dressed up as Rafiki?
A girl can dream, can't she? No, this is an incredible day, an incredible cause, and I'm so proud to be a small part of a celebration that is just bringing awareness to an incredible man. I mean, Neil is just brilliant, and I'm so glad that I can be a part of it.
You would have had a couple of ice baths over the journey.
I can, but none where I've been rugged up like this. I'm looking forward to it.
Off you go.
What's she got? What's she got?
Australian Open champion, ladies and gentlemen, retired as the undisputed #1 in the world.
That is certainly a way to retire, isn't it? At #1 in the world.
Her ice bath days were done. Think again, Ash, because you are going down into this very, very cold bath. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favourite, the great Ash Barty. 3, 2, 1. Away she goes.
Whoa! Ah, she's used to it. She's used to the cold baths. She was brave.
Australian Open champion, of course, recently retired. She's our favourite here in Australia. Put your hands together for Ash Barty.
The Aussies really do love Ash Barty, right? They absolutely love the girl. I wouldn't have known about her until recently, and she was world #1.
Except I can't breathe in this thing. It's
God.
incredible. So much fun. A lot of fun with all of our sliders, and hell of a day.
So, Rod Laver, Wimbledon, Roland Garros, Flushing Meadow. Did you ever think you'd perform in front of, what is it now, 70,000 at the G?
I hoped I perform a little bit better on the tennis court, but this is just the most beautiful day for the right reasons. Like I said, Neil's an incredible man, and bringing awareness to such a beast is so important. And I hope that we can all do our thing, get behind it, put your beanie on, and what a day, what a day.
You've taken on a lot of tough opponents. Can you believe how Neil has taken on the undefeated champion, the Beast?
No, he is exceptional. There is nothing there's no better word that describes him. He's an inspiration for all of us. The way that he fights, continues to fight, to bring awareness, and I mean, what a scene! What a way to do it. We have a bit of fun with it. Make some people smile. Make people laugh. Have some fun, and do what we can to try and bring awareness, and one day do our part to find a cause, and then to find a solution.
Tell me, if it wasn't Rafiki, what was it going to be?
I had so many options. I mean, everything was Disney. I'm a child after all, but it's been a hell of a day with so many incredible.
It sounds like Charlie, to be fair. She would, whenever we have to choose a film to watch, she wants to watch a cartoon.
Great Australian Ash Barty as Rafiki from The Lion King. I couldn't love her anymore, Jay. She is perfect.
What's her next adventure going to be? What? Because she's done other sports, right? And she's been very good at other sports. If I remember rightly. Melbourne Stockade. I do like rugby. I do. Yeah, she played cricket. So what sport is she going to do next and boss it at?
She is big with the young kids at the moment. She's the ultimate role model. She played right into her wheelhouse.
Yeah, and 1,000,000 to 1 that Jace has watched The Lion King. I mean, how you got through that, Jace, it's beyond me. You have not seen The Lion King.
Movie night!
Of course I have.
Finally, you find a character you've got no idea who it was.
No, I do.
How's it finished? How's it finished, Jace?
Doesn't the old man get killed?
Anyway, that works. Moving along. It's a great kids flick.
Well, they're having fun in the studio, aren't they? They are having fun.
Let's have a look at the slide. That's a good recovery, Jace. Love the outfit. 10 out of 10 for me. To fit into a 12-year-old's costume, it's a big start. Geordie.
You're right. She's done well. So she obviously hasn't tapered off since being a professional athlete, but it's Sarah's right. Played right into the wheelhouse. If the kids watching at home would know exactly who she was. I've gone an 8 and a 10 for the slide. The slide is spotless.
Something about covering your face too, Jace, as you go in, so you can't see the terror, the sheer terror.
Well, we're going to have a look at the best sliders from today. It really has been spectacular. All of them were great in their own way.
Well, that's the sliding done. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Who have they gone? They've gone down here as the number 1, right?
He's probably the pick of the bunch for Geordie and I. We gave him both a set of 10s each.
So we had Black Panther, Poison Ivy.
They did a great job, didn't they, all of them?
Well, Jace thought we went high on Eddie Betts at the start. He's ended up 6th.
Yeah.
Some other guy from MASH.
It got better and better, but you're right, Terry Danaher, for me, was top of the pop.
Who's looking after Andy Marr?
Where is he? Is he on there?
He's finished.
We had Thingy from the Hunger Games, whatever her name is.
He gets a yellow ribbon and come again next time.
The fact that TD got a spray tan really means that he should be winning. Can you imagine when he's rocked up to the salon or wherever he's had to get the spray tan, when they've seen this icon and football rocker? It would have been fantastic.
I don't reckon he got one at Hungary. I don't reckon there's a tanning salon up there.
He was sensational. David Neitz also an amazing connection.
Well, what good fun, right? What good fun. And I think this is the sort of thing celebrities have got to do, haven't they? They've got to use their influence to make themselves look silly. It's so good to see, right? It's so good to see.
In what is an enormous challenge and battle, and if everyone plays their little role, they can get closer to finding something, if not to cure it, to at least manage it better.
Hakuna Matata. I would say, well, that's it. I'm going back to bed, but we've got 17 minutes before the game starts. It's going to be a good one, hopefully. I have no idea. I say I have no idea who's going to win. I really don't have any idea who's going to win. Will Melbourne Demons slip up for the 3rd week in a row? I'm going to turn the sound down. Will Collingwood defeat the Demons? Or will Demons realise that they need to up their game and they need to stop the slide? And will they win? I don't know. I don't know. It is. Yes, yeah, Sue, I hear. Because of the Queen's birthday. That's why I did a Queen video today. I did do 2 Queen videos, but 1 got blocked. So that was a bit annoying. Like, completely blocked. So if you haven't already watched it, quickly go watch my other video. The Queen's funniest moments. There were some good ones that showed her great personality. So there you go. You have got something to thank the Queen about because you get a public holiday for it. How good is that, right? Everyone loves a day off work. Praise the Queen. Oh, Gabriel, I do not underestimate Collingwood. I've seen what they can do this season. I do not underestimate them. Yeah, I know it sucks, but hey ho, that's what we do. That's what we do, Wendy. Yeah. Yeah, well, we had, as I said, we had from Thursday to Sunday last week. The only thing though was that it was a school half term, so all the kids were off anyway. So the poor old kids didn't even get to enjoy an extra day off. It was probably planned, I reckon. But yeah, no, last weekend was quite good, but I didn't actually do any of the joining in any of the Queen's celebrations. But she's a brilliant woman. I like the Queen. I'm not a royalist or a Republican. I don't mind if there's a Queen, but I can see why there doesn't need to be one anymore. And I certainly don't think it's going to be the same when she passes. I think things may change a little bit. It's funny actually in the news yesterday or the day before. Obviously, the royals are meant to stay neutral. They obviously have their opinions, but they're meant to stay neutral. But Prince Charles was found to have shared opinions on how our refugees are being sent down to Rwanda. Well, and he's completely against it. Well, fair, yeah, so right. Exactly. These are the days you're a royalist, right? Days when you get a day off. God save the Queen and all that nonsense. Apparently that Demons have had off-field issues. What are their off-field issues, I wonder? The D's players are coming out. They're in their bright blue and red today. Yeah, yeah, it was good, Wendy. It was good. Our little grab a cuppa chat was quite good yesterday. I was on for just over 2 hours. The chat was as random as ever. I didn't actually have anything planned. The first one on Tuesday, I had a few things planned. I was going to say what happened at my weekend and whatnot, and then it went off on a massive tangent. This one, I had no plans at all what we're going to talk about. And yeah, that went on random discussion as well. So I enjoy that. It's good fun when you don't know what the conversation's going to do. It's going to absolutely mad. People suggesting conversation, and that's where we go. You have to get the next one, Wendy. You'll have to join the next one. They've decided to take their hats off now. They've probably had to have their hair done. He didn't, because he's got no hair. Hi, Nanya. Morning. The footy fans are coming in. Is this going to be the Gorn show? The Gorn show. If he's playing, it's definitely going to be the Gorn show again, isn't it? tell you what, annoyingly, I don't know why I did this, but on my predictions this week, I've only lost one this week, which is annoying. Michael, don't, mate. It's too early. I've been on now for, well, how long have I been on for? 45 minutes already. I'm slowly waking up. Slowly but surely. My tipping so far, stupidly, I tipped St Kilda when I probably shouldn't have. But I've only lost one, which isn't too bad. I've gone Demons by 6. So we will see. Hello, Collingwood are coming out to smoke. What's that all about? However, on the NRL, I'm currently 7 out of 7. That's the NRL. So will the Eels win? Eels by 6. Okay, right. I think we need to change the poll now, don't we? Let's change the poll. Let's get rid of that one. End poll. Magpies or Demons, get your votes in. Who is going to win? That should be coming up. Go. Magpies or Demons in the comments. That way. Or is it that way? Whichever way it is. No. Bombers are useless, Punover. Bombers are honestly useless this year, aren't they? How bad are the Bombers? So, when I get the chance, look up the video on Warwick Kappa, goal of the century. He's a pain in the ass, show pony, but he was a bloody good player for the Swans. Hang on. I think we got a lot of Pies fans in here, haven't we? We've got a lot of Pies fans. Straight away, 17 votes in and 71%. What is going on? Hi, Mike. Hi, Amusement Productions. Yeah, surely they won't lose 3 in a row. Surely they won't lose 3 in a row. But they might do. Alright. Warwick Kappa highlights added to the watch list. I can't believe how many people are voting for Magpies. Yes, you might do. Bombers are responsible for the second best game ever played in 2001. Second best. No one remembers second best, none, yeah? Honestly, in a race, you never win. You never remember who won, or you never remember who came second in the grand final. Do you? That's not an achievement. You got first or nothing, my friend. First or nothing. Pascal. No, do I not say it? Pascal. Hello? Are we back with the big freeze? When was that? Don't know who she was. It will now, I expect, I don't know if the channel may have changed, but it's on, I've got it on Fox 504. If you don't have access to the game, you're welcome to join my Discord server to watch. On. Michael, I was just eating Taverner's chocolate eclairs from England. I don't even know what Taverner's chocolate eclairs from England are, and I'm from England. Andy, yes, I am. Yeah, I am. September the 11th, which is a really strange day to think of to fly, but yes. Yeah, Discord, guys. If you need access to the game, it is showing on my Discord channel. You are welcome to join, as I am a nice guy. Far too kind. Right, 3 minutes and 10 to kick off. I think I'm about 20 seconds behind because I'm streaming and then I'm streaming to you. So I think it's about 20 seconds at the moment. I'll be doing time checks throughout the game so that you can, if you're watching it live on your own TVs, you can always pause it for 20 seconds and then be level with me. Hi, Kevin. Good to see me again too. I love seeing myself on my own screen. Yeah, it's like I never go to sleep, right? As I said, guys, you're welcome to join the Discord. The Discord server is in the description, but if you want it easily to click on, there it is. 50 people, welcome to the stream, guys. There's Gorn. Gorn's looking very serious. I think he knows the task he's got. He's got to get his team back on winning ways. No, I didn't, mate. I never did the ice bucket challenge. I didn't really want to get cold. I don't like the cold. Wendy, I just said, Wendy, you can join the Discord server and watch it on there. Right, I'm going to quickly pop for a wee before the game starts. It's about to kick off in a minute. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Right, I'm back for kickoff. Are we ready for some Monday AFL? Let's get the sound up. I'm excited. I love this game. Sounds up. Let's do this.
All right, let's head to the MCG. The first bounce, it is Melbourne taking on Collingwood in the Queen's Birthday Classic.
Are you ready? Game on. The bounce is up. Football time. I love the commentary is already at fast pace. Oh, that would have been a good start, right? That would have been a really good start to the game. Just a 1 point for Magpies.
The debutant did well on the last line. The debutant in, so too Hibbert, who takes the kick in. Plenty of calf problems, coupling the VFL back now. Dacos, Maynard, just thinks about things.
I think Demons have do have something to prove. I have said. Oh, I tell you what I was going to do. Hang on, I was going to get the old team sheets up, wasn't I? So I can remember who's who. Gunnavan, I think he's going for player of the season. I think, anyway. If he scores this, he's going to win player of the season. He didn't. Ow, that's awkward.
Dangerous spot for the Demons. The youngster was terrific. Turner crashed on in. Lever has it go between his legs underneath it, or Hoskin Elliott.
That's one of the great things that Mason Cox has done in recent times too, not being outmarked, but when he gets the opportunity, he will just palm the ball down to the ground level players.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, Tim. Well spotted. Good call, umpire Simon Meredith. One of the best in the business. Spargo, look at that packed ground in the background. Moore, Adams was there. Oliver probably didn't have the foot. He should get the free.
Holding Melbourne.
Start for Oliver. Three touches already for him.
There we go, that's better. Let's get those team sheets on so we know who's who. I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning players' names.
Athletic and a delight to watch.
Mason Cox presents himself.
Mason Cox is looking like Edgar Davids. I don't know if any of you know Edgar Davids. He's a Dutch footballer who's retired now, but he used to, his iconic look was he had his kind of orange goggles on. Hi Gobby, thanks for joining me. Hi Stephen. I did. Oh, almost kept hold of that from Cox. Is Gorn going to boss it? Why are you so noisy, Pixie? No, I wasn't getting your attention. Good take. Cozzy. No. Oh. Are we not giving that as high? That's high, right? That's definitely a high tackle. 1, 2, 3 high tackles, I would say, if I was looking from an umpire position. Really? He didn't duck that much, did he? I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure how. At least the third one there. Good take, good take. He's taken the mark. At least the last one was high, for sure. Boom. Sit down, my friend. Sit down.
That dump kick from Dego is exactly what you don't want at that part of the ground. He had a little bit more time than he thought. Obviously, early part of this game, players feel like there's more pressure than there is.
Brilliant kick in the end for Jordan, who
Holding. Chuck that ball up, umpire.
Pressure has been excellent. Even if their execution sometimes with their ball movement might break down a little bit, they'll go back and they'll hunt after the opposition to try and create another turnover. Good example there.
Cameron knocked it down to go.
It doesn't even look like Mason Cox has like straps round the back to keep the glasses on his head.
Bowie, Salem, Turner, all in his own petty, has the rare luxury of time and space and uses all of
But this is talking about umpires' decisions for things like high tackles. This is the problem with having 3 umpires on a pitch, is that each umpire, nice by Gunnerman, each umpire is going to have a different tolerance level, right? Oh no. Yeah, the tolerance level, if you think, is going to be different for each umpire. So you're never going to get consistent decisions.
You are good at this sort of stuff. Viney. Good umpiring, common sense. Hibbert. All out the back. Here's the youngster, Turner. This game of footy today.
Just pass into space. That's all you got to do. Pass into space. That's a big ball in. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh, he slipped. Oh, man. He slipped. I thought that was the first goal coming in here. That was unlucky, right? Oh, poor by Petrarca. Wasn't looking where he was kicking, more hopeful than anything. Oh, D's have got it though, just inside the 50. He's stayed on into the middle along the goal mouth. Holding. It's looking fairly busy at the G. It's could be a little bit busy on the top tier, but you are up in the skies there, aren't you? Guys, thank you so much for joining me. What we got? About 48 at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, hit the like button down below and subscribe. It'll only take you 2 seconds. You might as well. Ball in.
Absolutely it does. Great to see. Maynard clearing ball. Gee, Hoskinelli's got to be clean, and he was. To side bottom. Threaded the needle. Adams now under Brayshaw pressure. Got it back inside.
Beautiful. I think Collingwood might win this. Oh, slipped through his hands. The funny thing is, astronaut, leave her. The funny thing is, that just made me laugh because Mason Cox tried catching the ball like that. Alright? I'm teaching goalkeeping this half term for my kids that I've coached football for. And the basic thing is make a W. And I wish I could tell Mason Cox, make a W. Because then it wouldn't have slid through his hands. We're playing on. Oh. Little dummy. Little dummy. Gideon. Ginnivan. Oh, Ginnivan hits the post. Oh, this is a feisty game to start off with. What a feisty game. I think definitely Collingwood looks scarier on the attack. Definitely looks more scary on the attack.
Despite that, though, the clearances are 4-1 Collingwood's way, so they're winning in that area.
Yeah, I would say hang on, just getting my... Yeah, because you want to catch it in a W, right? That's what you want to do. Because you've got to... The thumbs are going to stop the ball going through your hands. But if you catch it like that, it's going straight through. Oh, Mason Cox drops another one. He's just dropped another one. Well, see, this is the problem. This is why I'd be a great coach for Aussie rules. I could bring so much. I could bring so much to the game. That's what, 2 dropped marks there for Mason Cox.
That'll be a good matchup for the day. Langdon v Sidebottom. 2 running machines, but 2 really smart runners.
I know it's 11 minutes 35 to go, and I know it's only 2-0 to Collingwood, but it's been a fairly intense start to this game, hasn't it? Magpies. Sorry. There we go. There we go. D's get the first goal of the game. Melbourne Stockade. I don't actually have an NRL team. I don't have an NRL team. I enjoy watching it, but I don't have an actual team that I support. Yeah, Puniverse. The problem is, I've been a coach for 13 years. Yeah, I've been a football coach for over 13 years. And I'm a referee. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, I promise you. I could work it out quickly enough. The terminology might take a little bit of time. He says nice clearance, but it's not gone to anyone, has it? So it's not very good, that really, is it? 64 people. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hit the like button down below. Welcome, welcome, welcome all. Everyone is welcome. If you need access to the game is showing in my Discord server. You're welcome to watch on there. D's with the ball. Oh, that's a poor pass. Collingwood on the attack. Is good. Did he? Did he make it though? I'm not sure if he did make that, if I'm honest. Doesn't look like he made it, did it?
That's a good grab by my check too, isn't it, BT? You're right, Petty was right there.
Not sure.
Enormous pressure, body all over him. Held onto that one, and that's what Collingwood are going to make the most of. When they can get that turnover against Melbourne, Melbourne had a heap of numbers trying to surge forward.
Can he make it? He's just on the 50. Or just outside of it by the time he kicks it. Bit of bend. No, it's not even going to make it. Just clearing it out for the D's. Trying to. No. Puniverse. First thing you'd bring in, Rob, and you'd be hounded out in a moment. The problem is, I bet you are very true. The other week I saw an AFL fan. First ever AFL fan I've seen in the UK. And I saw him, he was wearing a Richmond jumper, as in an actual hoodie. And I had a chat with him, and he's saying how he had a mate. Did he make it? No. Yes? No? And he was saying how his mate in Australia got a job coaching, I can't remember which AFL team, and they just wouldn't accept anything new. And that would be what happens. I don't think they would accept outsiders or any new sort of tactical things and new coaching styles.
Big crowd for Queen's Birthday football. Top rows filled in the Warren stand. A sea of royal blue. Petty. Handballs to Harms, who goes short.
I said, I know, I do think Collingwood, and it seems like the commentator wants Collingwood to do better as well by the sounds of his commentating.
Gorn and Brown direction. Darcy Moore, strong fist from behind.
No.
Does the scoreboard dictate at what stage you might put a cooler on Clayton Oliver? He's up to 12 already, but obviously the game's not out of hand in any way.
No, it's not, and it's more the inside 50s I look at there. It's 7 to 8. So Collingwood is still getting their chances. Oliver's possessions while high aren't causing massive dramas with heaps of inside 50s for Melbourne.
Going to be around the corner. Lever's got to go something.
He's just been manhandled. Absolutely manhandled.
It's flow of the game based, I think, BT. If Oliver's disposals were leading to 15 to 6 inside 50s...
Hey, you say that. Oh, is that why? It's Brian Taylor who played for Collingwood. Yeah, that makes sense why he would be a little bit biased. Kevin, I tell you what, I would happily have no offsides in football. It would be so much more entertaining having no offsides because players can go wherever the hell they like. And it would really open up the game. It really would.
Jordan is able to make good ground to Harms. Now Howe's got it all to do, and he professionally
Hi, Tomo.
does it magnificently in the sea of blue beanies there to take it out of bounds. Quite deliberately.
Yeah, quite possibly, but that would be the frustrating thing, that it would seem like if you went over to coach Aussie rules, they'd be very, very closed on the idea of anything new because they don't want to change their game, and it shouldn't be about that. It should be playing to get better, and sometimes new ideas are a good thing. No, Collingwood are looking all right. They're 6-2 down, but they've certainly looked better.
Here's the man we're talking about, Nick Dacos. Kick. Had to be perfect, was hit the chest of Lipinski.
Even the ability to take that kick and execute it, it made it look easy, but that's a hard kick.
That's the thing at the moment. I think Collingwood have looked good. They're playing on. Dacos, big ball in. I think Collingwood have looked quite good so far, but aren't able to really do anything with it, or the final product isn't there.
Played every game this year. And look at him telling players where to stand and pointing and
No, Punivus, I don't mean about rule changes. I'm not talking about rule changes. I'm talking about changing ideas of coaching style and tactics. Oh, hit the post again. That's 2 posts now. Cloudy, I'm not rooting for anyone. Neither team are red and white swans, so who would I root for? Let's see. Who would benefit the Swans more? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the league table. 28. We sort of need the Demons to lose to try and catch up and possibly win the minor. But Collingwood, we don't want them to sneak up on us. Oh, I don't know. I don't know who I would root for, if I'm honest. A draw. Yeah, a draw. I'd take a draw.
Out of the way, all too late. So on the wing, in front of the members, the D's have got the first major. The Pies are doing plenty of attacking.
Akatomasu. I don't know who Ange Postecoglou is. Coglu is. Don't know who he is. Who is he? Let me know. I did Demons by 6 points. Yeah, I did Demons by 6 points, and it should be a close one. Yeah, yes. He did. This should be another 6 points for the D's.
Darcy Moore just completely lost any awareness of where he was, and then when the ball dropped short, Brown had the most...
I'm just struggling to see the D's losing 3 in a row. I think they will get their act together.
He's been struggling too. Really needs to kick this.
kick on the edge of the goal square with a run up starting from outside 50.
His run, this is ridiculous. Why is he having such a big run up? That was very unnecessary. I love how the goal umpire's got his big freeze hat on. That's nice to see the umpires getting in with the spirit of the game. Oh, okay, yeah. I get you. I get you now. However, Celtic are not doing that well, are they? I'm pretty sure they're not. They didn't do very well in the end.
The kick was a good one to Ben Brown because it got there lower and quicker, which allowed, once he came at the footy, allowed him to get the slip on Darcy Moore. Moore's looking for that long, high one where it can sit up a little bit.
Yeah, but that run was unnecessary. It's like Roberto Carlos in football when he was around. His run up would be straight and he would rocket it, but that was unnecessary. So it's 12-3 to the D's.
He was out, so relief for Brown. Couple now for the Demons. Side bottom, clever little slap towards Quainer. Sparrow, tackle on was quick. Side bottom gets involved again. Oliver somehow found Langdon. With handballs to Harms, who goes low, kick not as he'd like. Howe intercepts.
That's going to be a fascinating battle out there between side bottom and Langdon. Teams have had success against Melbourne by actually playing their wingers wider than Melbourne's wingers, so they go to the outside of them and take away that space.
Boot. Kick it hard. Get it out. You can't. You had all the time in the world, McCreary. All the time in the world, and you've just done that. What a waste. They are blowing it. That was rubbish. They've had the chances. 4 behinds already. That's not good, is it? D's have only had 2 chances and they've scored 2. Magpies have had 4. Not good from Collingwood.
No, that's right, Tim. Positives, but unfortunately as a player, you know, as you start glancing up at the scoreboard, you don't see a goal in the goals column, you just start doubting yourself when you shouldn't because you're playing good footy. But
This is making me a little bit worried about Collingwood, if I'm honest. Tomo, I've not seen. I've got a Torpedoes video to watch, if that's that.
Cameron in front. Elliott was on the run. Lipinski. Good smother by Lever. Upending tackle here. I think it was Elliott the tackler.
Amazing how quickly the players look at the umpire wanting a free kick for this tackle now as a sling tackle.
What, Mason Cox can't mark when it's too much pressure, when it's close to the goal.
Petrarca waits. Oliver delivers to him.
Nice. Very good by Brown.
So to Sparrow. Oliver cruises on by. Disposal number 15 short to Jordan. Petrarca loose in the middle, gets the 50. Told you to stand.
John Noble trying to back away from the mark like a lot of teams do. You get 5 metres away, but he did it too late.
Hi, Kevin. We've got more Collingwood fans. The Collingwood fans are here in force. Let's look at what's the poll up at the moment. 81 votes. Magpies by 57%. Demons 43%. 81 votes. Xavier's here. We got some Melbourne fans back. Is this going to be 3 out of 3 for the D's? It is 3 out of 3. That's precision, right? 4-18 to the D's. That is the difference. That is the difference at the moment. It's the clinical. It's being clinical in front of goal. I wouldn't be associated with Collingwood, mate. ABC, remember? ABC.
Given the severity of it, the coaches would just say, please don't.
Here it is again. You can see Noble there.
Hopefully Collingwood don't win, so they don't get into the top 8. I don't need Collingwood. I don't need Collingwood close to the Swans.
You should be penalised for doing what he just did then, though. Like, that's not impacting on where the player can actually kick the ball sideways.
Sadly, oh, good tackle. Sadly, I've got no mods.
Thinks his way through traffic. Cameron, good little edgy kick to Goey. Adams wanting it in the middle, but dangerous ball there. To Goey rips it very, very wide, looking for Hodgson Elliott. Good mark, even though he got attention.
2 minutes 45. Can the Magpies actually score a goal in this first quarter? They've had more attempts, but are 14 points behind. That is true, Puniverse. That is true. Let's have the Magpies in the finals, just so it'll be an easy win, right?
You would think the players know each other's distance, and he would be thinking Lipinski can kick it from here.
Well, not all the finals are going to be. Not all the finals are going to be at the MCG, are they? Right? Some will be. One might be at Adelaide.
And you're talking about players that made the switch from one end of the ground to the other. He's become a really good defender, Murphy, in a short space of time.
Henry sets himself, gone amongst it all. Cameron got
Oh, that was not high. That was under his armpits. That was not high at all. That is, see, this is the ridiculous thing, right? That's not high. Come on. No difference to earlier on when the umpire didn't give it. Well, this is going to be the first 6 points surely for the Pies.
at least a goal in 9 of his 10 matches so far this year.
This is my point about the consistency of the umpires. If there's 2 or 3 on the field, you're not going to get the consistency at all. 5 behinds. Gunnovan, that is awkward. Jesus Christ. That is not good. Maybe they will go to end of the first quarter without a goal. I still think the Pies have looked more dangerous when they've had the ball in front of goal, but they just can't score. Wow, look at the amount of people with blue hats on. Crazy. Darren Bow, it's only 6:48 in the morning, so my day isn't anything really. It's pretty good that I'm starting off watching AFL.
So just 20 seconds remaining. Mainer's going for a bit of safety. Myercheck did well. Forced the contact, used that to get away and create the...
Playing down the wing. Oh, he played on. He definitely played on and given the ball straight to the Ds. What a poor kicking from Pies. Let me turn the sound down quickly. What poor kicking from the Pies. That's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. So it is 5-19 to the Ds. Just because they've been so clinical in front of goal. That's all that was. Yeah, so talk about the big freeze. I thought it was the big freeze number 8. Isn't it big freeze 8? Or is it the big... Yeah, it's big freeze 8. Yeah, I said, talking about how much money was raised. So last night in England, they had the Soccer Aid, which is raising money for UNICEF. And so they have an England versus rest of the world. And it's a mix between ex-professional footballers and celebrity footballers. And that raised at half-time about 8 million. So it shows you the big difference, doesn't it? It shows the big difference. But that was quite fun. That's quite fun to watch, the actual game. Normally it's at Old Trafford, but this year it was at the London Stadium, I think. Which is that West Ham's? I think that's West Ham Stadium. But it is funny, if you think, 1 million, what's 1 million? What is 1 million? Nothing, really, considering how many billionaires there are. Imagine if they donated a few pounds. I say a few pounds because pounds is worth more than dollars. But yeah, it's, I don't know, charity. See, you guys getting cold, we're getting warm. Friday, it's up to 29 degrees on Friday. I cannot wait. My huge forehead is going to get a nice tan, even though I may end up with a bit of a beard tan lines as well when I finally decide to shave it off. That's going to look a bit weird. So I may have to go on the sunbeds or something before we come to Australia, just so I don't look silly with beard tan lines. Oh, I know. Well, yeah, depends what level. Well, I could tell you, my house is worth about £280,000, which if you roughly double, I could afford a house that's about I could probably add another £100,000. So I could probably afford, hang on, I could probably afford a house that was about 800,000, I reckon, dollars. Yeah, I reckon. And I'll tell you what, I could probably get a bloody huge house for that. If it was the house price that I've got now, which is about 280, roughly, say 300, I could roughly, the equivalent is about 600,000 US dollars, Aussie dollars, for what I've got now. And I could probably get an absolutely huge house for that, couldn't I? Compared to what I've got now, which is a small 3-bed terrace. Whatever it'll be huge compared to what I've got. Well, that's the same everywhere, though, isn't it? Let's be honest, that's the same with everywhere. It depends where you go. If I move 10 minutes down the road to Winchester, which is my hometown, home city, should I say, that you would have seen on my vlogs, little plug for my vlogs. If you want to check out my vlog channel, in the description, Charlie and Rob as we are. Hi, Jessica. It depends everywhere, though, isn't it? If you, I said, if I moved 10 minutes down the road, my 280,000 would probably get me maybe a 2-bed house or even a 2-bed flat. Whereas here, 10 minutes down the road, I've got a 3-bed terrace. Yeah, it all depends where you are. Pies or demons? I've gone for demons for the tipping, but I don't really know. I have no idea who's going to win this one. It should be a close one, but the Pies can't seem to kick a ball, apparently. They've forgotten where the goal is. Corey Rioli. Are you actually a Rioli, or is that just your name on YouTube? That is my question. Are you actually a Rioli? And what relation to the Rioli, like Cyril Rioli, are you? That's what I want to know. What relation? I do. It's on the Super Brew. So I don't know if you use Super Brew. Jessica, I am Sydney Swans. I'm a Swans fan. Right, so I'm going back up. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome, Corey. Corey, if you can get me an interview with Cyril, awesome. Or even who currently plays out of the Riolis? Because I know there's like loads of Riolis, isn't there? Rioli is like a big name.
First chapter in the book, 3 to be written. Oliver 16, Chris 13 in the opening term. Melbourne by 14. Oliver again looks for the football, didn't take it cleanly.
Cyril was a legend. I know that. I've done a video on Cyril, haven't I? And he was impressive.
Elliott the deepest, flew. Hibbert important fist. Cox, little give to McCreary. Didn't quite get there. Langdon watches Hibbert. Work it onto his left in front of Jackson. He's got a length or 7 on Adams. Onto that right boot. Gorn leads a couple of pies to the ball. The boundary line wins.
And if you want to look at my Cyril Rioli video.
Have a look at this graph. We spoke about keeping teams goalless. They've done it 5 times now. There's 4 of them. These are a random selection. 3 goals.
If you haven't seen my video on Cyril, that was when I was very much learning about Aussie rules. And so I was looking at individual players who were really good, trying to work out why they were so good. But I've just put in the chat a video that I did on Cyril Rioli. And he looked insane. He did look insane. No wonder why he is a legend.
Yeah, and I think the message would have been pretty positive at quarter time from McRae, though, too, about that, because he would have looked at those numbers and he would have said, look, we're in this game right up to our necks. We just need to hit that last kick better.
Hi, Skull and Crossbones. Hi, mate.
It's not a good one by Crisp. He was under some pressure. Heady. The back door to Harms, closing down Dacos. Didn't want to go past the man on the mark. Good decision by him, Spargo. Back inside.
Do I think the Eagles will beat the Cats? That is a good question. That is a good question. I would have to look at my Super Brew to work out if what I said. Probably not. Eagles, I would feel so sorry. I do feel so sorry for Eagles, Kangaroos and Bombers fans at the moment. I feel less sorry for Bombers fans though, just because they're Bombers fans. Gunnavan, finally Gunnavan scores. Probably the Bombers will beat the Eagles, but it's like battle of the crapness.
In the midfield of the ground. Gee, that's a risky kick to take inside like that, but they are encouraged to take.
Thanks, Corey. That's very kind of you. We will have to take a trip to the west. To the west at some point. Is a big place. There's only so much we can do in one go. But yeah, I'd certainly want to go to the west.
Here's this kick inside. I think Josh Dacos might owe Taylor Adams one.
So, well, that puts 8 points behind. I do still think D's can lose this and Collingwood can win.
Had a moment in that last quarter. He missed a set shot he normally would kick. That'll be great for his confidence.
22 for the year for the teenager Ginnivan. Here's Petrarca. Takes a little off the kick. Hits the chest of Neil Bullen. Is this the quick reply?
This would be a good reply if he makes this.
That came about, unfortunately. Nick Dacos just blindly trying to attack from half back there, thinking his team had won it. Alex Neil Bullen, clever player, just backed off him, and Dacos got caught in no man's land. And
Neil Bullen.
All the space in the world.
2-9 for the year. Hasn't been a strong suit for him so far.
Oh, off the post, 1 point.
You know, the other great thing when you've got athletic ruckman like young Jackson is a follow-up around the ball. He was instrumental in
so Jason, I only say that in jest, I promise. I only say it in jest.
That was their best ball movement from a stoppage so far in this game.
It's okay, Jason. It could be worse. You could be a Collingwood supporter. That's how to get the chat riled up. Insult them.
They're normally paid every time, aren't they? Do you think that Turner perhaps just got the first fingers on it?
I think you're right. A little unfortunate, Lingy. Viney. Side bottom and DeGoey combine. DeGoey, good ball around the corner. Myercheck and infringed on Brayshaw.
How was it high? I don't understand how you can give that as high when they just simply both went for the ball. Neither of them went for the other player. That's not a high, is it? They both jumped up for the ball.
You've got three really strong players in their midfield too, Melbourne, that can stand up in tackles and still deliver the ball. And you know, Viney and Petrarca and also Oliver.
Fremantle having the bye next week, so after the win over the Hawks, some time back in Melbourne. Viney contemplates where to next. Over the top, hoping for Oliver. Brilliant from Chris. Still bottom to McCreary. Speed on the outer side. Runs
He shielded him. Pies down the wing.
Now the all-important kick towards Cox.
But Cox just cannot catch a ball inside the 50, can he? His catching is dreadful in the 50, it seems.
Sails over the line.
That's good again from Cox.
It wasn't high. Come on, Kevin. Just because it went over his shoulders, what does that mean? They still went for the ball. It wasn't an actual tackle, was it?
Jackson gives Gawn a bit of a breather.
Ball in.
Cameron, front spot, almost found Degoe. Viney, not clean, pushed it towards Oliver. Side bottom again, steals the footy, into the pocket, Cox. Misses him, stays in.
Stayed on amazingly.
There's a chance to work this out cleanly. Hibbert, pretty good return so far, hacks it back towards the wing. Neil Bullen.
Mason Cox looks like the kid you picked last in school when you were selecting a team.
Does an unbelievable job and gives it up to Viney.
He does not look like an Aussie rules player.
Demons a chance here through the middle.
So Gawn, just a little peepy one around the corner here. Finds Langdon. Told to go, umpire said you've run off the mark. Langdon centres a high foot.
Big ball in. Oh, almost. Where's Gawn when you need him for them?
Umpire says keep going. Maynard wasn't keen to get it out. Dacos has sucked it back in. He'll need to push it out here. He was so lucky there. He gathered it in and under.
Jason, I can guarantee no.
Land out of bounds? I think it did. But we've gone on now. Ball in the hand of Crispin. He clears.
Cox. Tackled by Jackson.
Honestly, Mason Cox looks absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. There's no reason why D should have the ball now. I just decided to keep hold of it for no reason.
Five for the Demons. Demons by 9 points.
That's a really interesting battle out there on the wing between Langdon and also Sidebottom. They've stayed on the outer wing, and for the first time in this game, Langdon got goal side of Sidebottom.
Towards Gawn, knocked it down.
Surprised Gawn didn't go for the...
Oliver splits the middle, the Demons have got 4.
There's another. That's 4 goals for the D's, 26-11. Corey, I'm watching on Fox 504.
18 disposals. He's kicked a goal. He's on track to have a huge afternoon. And to BT's question earlier, how do you slow him? You can't stop him, Tim. Can you slow him?
I think this could end up... Well, if things continue, it could end up being very one-sided. As I said, it just doesn't seem like the Pies have any sort of final product.
Great strong tackle there from Jackson, and great opportunity for Oliver. He has been simply superb. Craig McRae tried the matchup of DeGoe and trying to expose him the other way. That has not worked. DeGoe hasn't been able to find the footy. I reckon the change has already been made. Looks like Taylor Adams.
Look at that. That was just magical, classical. Petrarca.
Petrarca. Oh, not quite. Behind.
Superb clearance.
That was just a thing of beauty, wasn't it?
Nice play by Gawn. What a player Gawn is. Honestly, what a player. Poor kick by Pickett. The abuse is coming in from the fans at the front row there. There is a lot of abuse going over there.
That's a big stat for Collingwood. Look at that. For this quarter, they've only taken the 1 mark. So they just have no control of the footy whatsoever. Melbourne are creating the turnovers under the pump.
Gawn quickly bangs it back inside 50. Fritsch.
How many marks you take means absolutely nothing. What a stupid stat. Honestly, what a stupid stat. Just because you don't make marks doesn't mean you're not passing the ball. Passing the ball is just as effective sometimes. 33-11. This is not a good second quarter for the Pies.
Little skirmishes everywhere. Taylor Adams wants a piece out the back door. Maynard's caught one in the mush as well. Pickett in amongst. Hayden Gabine asking for starting positions. I don't think so.
The umpires don't really have any control, do they?
A little bit of a skirmish while we're away. Oliver was involved. Murphy was involved. Maynard caught one in the mush. They're all in it. DeGoey was there just in case. Petrarca holding his end up as well.
I think at this rate, the D's knew they had to do something this week because they couldn't lose 3 in a row, could they? Yeah, it's at the MCG.
Petrarca starting to get right into this game. Jackson, Brown, chance for Spargo. Got to deal with Quain and Noble. Takes a couple on. Harms as a tackler taken high. It's an interesting time when you look at the last couple of weeks, Tim. Demons against the Dockers, led by 30 late in the second, lost. Up against the Swans by 26 in the second, lost. I just get a bit of a feeling that we need to now continue to keep on keeping on.
They do, but gee, they've got their grip on this game right now, the way that they're playing.
They have indeed. And when you're Collingwood playing the top side and you don't lock away opportunities early.
I think Collingwood have been a strange side this year. You know, they've been so up and down.
This side, Langdon's on the other side. Hoskin Elliott's now gone to Langdon.
They've been so up and down that their results have been so mixed, I think. And you just don't seem to know which Magpies team is going to turn up. But at the moment, D's are absolutely destroying them in this quarter. Fights can start with teammates, yeah, I've seen it.
Just reset. A lot of their players are right up the ground now. Just try and number off.
Get a breather. Dankos down the line here. Gee, that's horrible. Rare.
Hi, Georgia. I'm not sure. Pies are doing rubbish this quarter. They really do have to bounce back to get something out of this because the game is slipping away from them. You don't want to be chasing, which seems to be what they're doing at the moment.
Harms has just turned around and hope it gets knocked his way. Side bottom gets taken over by the bull.
So one umpire's paid this as a boundary throw-in. Another umpire...
Punterverse, the point I'm making about marks is yeah, marks are great. They get you into good positions, give you free kicks as well. But it doesn't tell you the whole story, I don't think. Because, as I said, it depends what type of team you are. If you're a team that likes to do hand passes are such a good way to create space. You make short passes to make big space. And I think, I'm just saying, marks are not the stat to look at, I don't think. Oh yeah, Corey. I'm only here to talk to you guys, really. Well, a mixture of both, obviously. Now I know you can't mark hand passes. What I'm saying is, there's no stats on how many hand passes you're making, is there?
pressure.
He did a better job that time. He did. And the only other thing about that is when you are defending like that.
All right, well they don't announce the stats for hand passes then. With the same vigor of how many marks are made.
Oliver, little kick with that left. Chris couldn't quite drag it in. Sparrow lost it.
I get that. No, I mean they're not. Oh, you missing my point. Missing my point, Panaverse.
No hands on it. So half forward for the D's.
Nothing's easy. They're really struggling to move the ball from this part of the ground. Great play from Melbourne.
Melbourne making it very uncomfortable for Collingwood. Another great example. Jackson just dragged it back from side bottom. Who thought he was?
Was it? Sue has no interest in the footy, really, do you? Set the short shorts and muscles on show.
Create another little fumble, and they get another chance to swoop onto it.
Side bottom. Dacos back in the tackle. Maynard being pushed back and back and back. High ball Murphy now. It's all happening right in front of you there, Jimmy Bartell. What are you seeing in this game right now? A little tiny stalemate.
Not a lot seeing at the moment in this game.
Melbourne having two quality ruckmen. Jackson can take all that ruck work against Collingwood's #1 ruck. It allows Melbourne to set up behind the ball and have the free players, so it just keeps rebounding back in.
Arms to Jordan.
His tap work has been extraordinary in the early part of the second quarter too, the big fella.
No, I know they have handball figures. I know that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they don't necessarily announce it, as in with the same. Never mind. Let's move on.
Real attacking run, and the only real option then is long down the line to a contest,
which is exactly what they've done here, and this is probably what tends to happen as Melbourne win it and go forward again.
D's are just dominating this though, aren't they? The Pies don't look like they've got anything. They can't hold on to the simplest of balls, it seems. Shooting is atrocious. Wrong release there, playing advantage. Oh. A push in the back? He was already on the floor, for Christ's sake. He was literally on the floor sliding to get the ball. How is that a push in the back, you absolute moron? You're seeing things, buddy. What the... Bloody push in the back. Oh, what an absolute idiot decision. Crazy. Ryan, this isn't. I'm not a commentator. If you want to watch the game, join the Discord server. The game is showing in my Discord server, so you can watch. Another behind for the Pies. I don't like moaning about the umpires and referees, but sometimes you just question what the hell they're seeing. How can you give a push when the player is trying to dive to reach for the ball? Just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Imagine what the score could be if they could actually convert a goal.
Hasn't had a touch of the ball yet.
Langdon on that wing that he loves so much. Gives to Viney. Langdon cruises on by. Viney towards Jackson and Brown. More from behind. Neil Bullen.
Ball in. I don't think Gawn's... No, it's not going to bounce backwards for Gawn. The Pies fans look so depressed. I don't think I've seen fans look so depressed. Could be worse though, couldn't it? You could be an Eagles or Kangaroos or Bombers fan. They hear that they're going to arrest any fan that hasn't got a Big Freeze hat on. That's so funny.
Unusual. FightMND.org.au. Gawn and Cox. Nil all draw. Dacos to Pendlebury. The young and the old.
Oh, that's nice play by Pies.
Back to Degoe. Bowie tries to stop. Can't do it. Bounces into the hand.
Bounces before he can take the mark.
On his left. It's going to go a long way.
Oh, there's the mark. We've got to get the second goal here, right? If he does not score a second goal, then they've got issues. This is harder to miss, isn't it? In you go. 18-33. They're still in the game. I don't. Is Bailey the Smith the thing about the headbutt guy? I don't know.
The team running and selfless running you like, but you start worrying when you haven't touched the footy. Every player, it's a natural feeling.
He's young, he's inexperienced.
Mate, Jason, don't live in the past, mate. Don't live in the past.
A little bit better about his first half of football, participating in that goal.
Really good passage of play here. Terrific one to going through the middle of the ground. That's the impact he needs to have. And as we mentioned, Tim, Ollie Henry with his first touch. That's a nice touch on the.
I'm fine, Fortnite. Not bad. Very good.
It's amazing to think it's only 15 points. Feels bigger.
It is amazing to think it is only 15 points behind, because Pies have been so bad in this second quarter. But the D's just haven't really done a lot in front of goal themselves either, really, have they?
Takes off, uses that man on the mark. We're looking for Jackson. Have to be good to beat him in the air. And Jeremy Howe curses himself. Just couldn't get enough forward momentum. And Jackson very big.
That's a weapon for him down there. They're a little bit.
Is this going to be another good reply, though?
Or Gawn's down there alongside Brown as well. So Mitch Brown is the other player that's down in the.
Sorry to hear that, Fortnite God.
6 goals this season, but only 1 since round 5 for Jackson. It's only 25. He's got to land it on the boot perfectly. No time for it to shake. And that's what happens.
Oh, no.
Landed on the boot perfectly. There's no time for it.
1 point.
Spot on, BT. Good call there. And that's where you think if Melbourne can elevate to an even higher level again. Jackson's going at half a goal again.
Play on. Play on.
Into a 1 goal a game player for the rest of the year. They go to another level.
Oscar had the handball sent in his direction. Sloppy hands, ends up with Viney just toe poking towards half forward.
I do find it funny. I really do find it funny when the players wear full long sleeve tops when playing. Do they not have just like shorts t-shirts instead of a vest? Mason Cox finally gets one in front of goal. About time. He hasn't managed to catch any of these.
Through the middle of the ground with great handball, great overlap run, and it was Jamie Elliott that pushed up into the midfield this time. It was McCreary the first time round.
Gee, the umpire didn't bring him around on the angle. But Mason Cox got about 4 metres advantage then. It was beautifully done.
Luckily, there was no pressure on him. But he's got to kick it now. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Probably got a case that there are a couple of hands in the back. The force probably not enormous, but
you're allowed to protect the ball drop.
7 behinds already.
He might have gone a little bit further than that.
It's just dreadful.
Gawn the target. Murphy the spoil. Oliver the front and centre. Perfection football. Viney. Neil Bullen. Jordan is having a good game. James Jordan, short little ball to Spargo. And quickly down the other end of the ground. Spargo wants to explore further, and he does with a nice
Oh, good punch away. Dees with the ball, though.
kept it alive. Jeremy Howe, a real difficult one at the laces. Now he's got to go again. Dacos to Dacos. Both of them involved, obviously.
Dacos to Dacos.
A bit of a backward slider. Gee, the bounce has got to be good here for Lever, and perhaps it wasn't. Now spills to Viney. Lever again. Can they get it and go? Which way is this going to end? Collingwood might even break through here. Little
Poor touch.
Spargo's got it all to do. McCreary and Spargo. It boils down to a one-on-one.
Hi. Jesus Christ. Corey, I'm more than happy for you to send me some stuff. That would be awesome, but you don't have to. If you send me an email, then I can obviously give you my address. That's probably the best thing. ROBREACTS@hotmail.com. Because I think I would like a short sleeve t-shirt rather than a vest or a long sleeve. I don't think I'd want to be playing in a vest, if I'm honest. But that's probably because I'm too used to football tops, which are either long or short sleeve. Cox, you cannot mess this up. Fortnite God, I'm Sydney Swans.
I've got this. Don't worry about it. Got this. Don't worry. Don't worry. No. I'm good at this. And it is the best part of his game. His marking's improving.
It just seems like Mason Cox has got no confidence in himself.
Gee, that's not looking good at all.
Can he score this time? It's so funny. He's got absolutely no confidence in his own ability, has he? No confidence in his own ability at all. Oh, man. It's just painful. It's absolutely painful.
Let's hope that's not a knee knock. Ruckman style. So a couple of minutes left here. Collingwood are pressing. It's been their best passage of the play or section of play so far. Crisp.
Oh, there we go. We've got to score this. Let someone else kick the ball. And then we can score, possibly. I say we, I'm not we. They can score.
This is Gorn coming on. Absolutely giving to. Look at the umpires on the bench. We're wondering, this is great. We've got the best seat in the house for this argument.
15 seconds.
So that was Jack Crisp standing on the bench at that stage, but also Scotty Pendlebury was down there, Ginnivan was down there, so not sure exactly who it was directed to.
It's madness. It's going to be less than that, possibly, in a second.
Big kick. Meyer check from 30. Got it. They are back within 8.
Well, there you go. They are back within 8. They're back within 8. But look how many shots they've had. 8, 11 compared to 9. Look, if you're gonna shoot a shotgun, some pellets are gonna hit, right? If that makes sense.
Really break the game up between the arcs and also use their midfields, and it's been impressive the way they've fought back Collingwood.
I just don't think D's have had as many opportunities as they've not given themselves as many chances to score. You know, the Pies have been more dominant.
A knee in the small of his back, do you think? He copped a knee in the back early in the first quarter from a marking contest. So I don't know whether that's flared up again for him.
Just got word that he was grabbing his knee, so keep an eye on that. Big lead was.
But are the D's crumbling? 1 minute left. 1 minute left of the second quarter.
Thinks better of it. Back to Noble he goes. Land about 75 from the Pies goal. Hibbert uses his body well against Henry.
Nicely taken.
The defence when the balls come in slowly like that, where they've really struggled, Melbourne's when Collingwood have run the ball at them from midfield.
Through hands. Now to the ground. Noble shovels it towards Crisp. Picked off by Sparrow.
Yeah, it does look like Gawn's injured. He's certainly gone down to the physio room.
So we talk about the Fremantle game and the Sydney game. Big leads have been.
As it stands, it's obviously got to be either Buddy Franklin or I would say Isaac Heaney. That's why I'd say my favourite Sydney players are.
The doors stayed open, and Collingwood are feeling it right now.
30 seconds in the half remaining. Viney. Oliver now close to the boundary, kept it alive. Viney, a little chance here for the Demons. Building. Oliver.
Stolen. Stolen by the Pies.
Beautiful ball out wide. Henry. 10 seconds. Crowd urging them to go. Henry with a long ball. Collingwood might have time. McCreary did well.
Nope. Nope. Did not pass into space and given the ball away. And that is the first half done. Ugh. Let's whack the sound down. I would love a nap right now. No time for sleep. I doubt you'd stay tuned if I was resting. Oh, hang on. It is early here. 7:25. Oh, a good stretch. Bye, Fortnite God. Where's Charlie? Sue, you don't know where Charlie is. Sue, you obviously haven't joined me for my grab a cuppa stream. Charlie's in Spain. She's coming back today, but she's been in Spain since Friday. She's been enjoying 30-degree weather. And then she's going to come back to nice warm weather as well. She's bringing the hot weather with her. No. I don't think people would watch Kevin, would they? Yeah. She's enjoying herself in Spain with her mum. I know, lucky thing, right? She didn't want to take me with her, though. How rude, right? Rosa Boza, based on the first half, who do you think is winning? I've said right from the start, didn't I? If you remember rightly, I did say that the Pies look more dangerous on the attack. They definitely look more dangerous on the attack. I've said that right from the start. But they've not been clinical enough, have they? They've had 11 chances and only scored 3 of them. But I'm now thinking maybe the D's are going to lose their 3rd game in a row. I think they may lose their 3rd game in a row, possibly. Collingwood seem to be finding a little bit now as well. But with a long half time, momentum's going to stop now. It's going to be seeing who can create the momentum for the 3rd quarter, isn't it? Jessica, what is my state? What do you mean, what is my state? I don't have a state. You'd have to be more specific. Yeah. I make sure there's no thongs, or I say thongs, our thongs, underwear, ladies' underwear lying around when she gets home. Yeah, Gunnavan's got a good chance of getting 5, I reckon. Possibly. I'm currently in a state of I want to go back to sleep. Getting up at 5:15 this morning was tough. It was really, really tough. I can tell you that for nothing. I'm going to quickly do my usual spiel. No, not me. Not me, Jake. I don't wear a thong. Jesus Christ. If Jessica thinks I'm a yank, I'm be very disappointed in Jessica. I can tell you that for nothing. What am I saying? Yeah, right. As it's half time, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and if you want to support my channel, there's Buy Me a Coffee, which is up there. It's like Patreon. You can buy some merchandise. There's merchandise down below. There's Pixie, AFL, cricket, rugby, football, merchandise down below. If you can buy that, you get something for yourself, plus a little bit goes to me. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And back to the game. Rob, it's my first time. Well, Fortnite God, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Do it. Yeah, she might get a timeout if she thinks I'm a yank. Corey, you don't have to, mate. You don't have to. Honestly, very kind gesture, but I don't expect you to have the money to send me stuff. Honestly, don't do it, mate. Don't do it. You really don't need to send me stuff at your age, honestly. Maybe you could get a signed shirt of Cyril that he wore on a match day. That would be awesome. Jake, don't start on that. Don't start on that guy, on that yank. I can't get in a rage. I can't get in a rage this early in the morning about a bloody yank. Fortnite God, if you want to watch the game, it is in my Discord server. Link in the description. I do not want Cyril Rioli's underpants. He can keep them. He can keep them. Right, I'm going to quickly go get myself a drink. I'll be back very shortly. Yeah, I'll be back very shortly. Hey, if you can get me a jersey, that will be amazing. If you can get me a jersey... Right, a signed jersey. I will put it up on my wall back there to be proudly displayed. God, Ryan, it's very early for you, buddy. It's less early for me, but it's still early. It's 7:30 in the morning at the moment. Right, I'll be back. I'm just going to get myself another drink ready for the second half. 2 seconds. I've returned. The Wanderer has returned. I am back. What we saying? What we saying? Stay hydrated. Yes, do stay hydrated. What is Jackson Madden? So, right, hang on. I've got to get back to where I left off. I would say, Jake, I don't want a signed Collingwood. I don't want a signed Collingwood jersey because I probably couldn't even sell it for anything, could I? I don't think I'd make much money on that one. Score prediction, I've got D's by 6. D's by 6. Jason Chow thinks, oh, he's gone Magpies by the looks of it. It's so funny, right? Stinky Pinky. It's so funny because people keep saying to me, oh, make sure you declare any food that you bring into Australia. Why would I be bringing food into Australia? I'll be taking it out of Australia. You guys don't need UK food, do you? So, I don't know. Yeah. So we'll probably just take one suitcase and then one empty suitcase. I'll make sure I'm taking the empty suitcase so Charlie can take the heavy one. But, yeah, weird. What, the old Collingwood players can't spell, can they? If we're being mean. What is an industry super fund? Or a super fund? A super fund. What is a super fund? Is that your... I don't know what that is. Ron Barassi is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame ceremonies are... Oh, it's a pension. Okay, sorry. It's a pension plan. I've got one of them. I'm sensible. I've got one of them. I would like it to do a bit better with inflation, but I've got one. Oh, he's going to be in trouble. Horn Francis likely to receive a 2-week ban. He should get a 2-week ban just for that mullet, if I'm honest. Oh, we got Harry Perryman set to miss 3 to 4 weeks with broken ribs. Bailey Smith set to meet AFL investigators tomorrow. He was a stupid. Bailey Smith was a complete clown for headbutting someone. Sorry, G-check gulag. Ha ha ha. My great uncle is the president. Okay. What am I drinking? I am drinking a lemonade and cherry. Cherry and lemonade. It's only squash. Cherry squash. Yeah, I would say so. It's the same as your super yeah, it's the same as your super pension. Basically, you put money into it, and when you retire, you get it back with hopefully more in interest. Oh, there's a white powder fiasco. Uh-oh. Bailey Smith is in big trouble then. If he's been taking the old, the white powder. He is in trouble. Hey Ryan, what's it like being back in time, mate? What's it like speaking to people in the future? Exciting, I bet. Would you like me to tell you some sports results so you can go put a bet on? Quite often pensions have work contributions as well. A lot of businesses contribute to people's pensions. I know Charlie's, I think they double it. They double her pension. I think I need some cucumbers over my eyes just to get rid of my bags. This new Buzz Lightyear film looks atrocious. How can they turn Buzz Lightyear into something that's not a toy? Disgraceful. Absolutely disgusting. I do need a decent sleep. I really do. Charlie is the store manager in a big pharmacy called Boots. I don't know if you've heard of the company called Boots, but she's a store manager in there. Alright, I'll make sure I tell you some results, alright? And then you can place a bet. I'll make sure I tell you the result of this game, and then you can place a bet and hopefully you'll win in a few hours later. She is. That is basically what she is, right? What am I checking? Hang on. I'm looking at Discord. Oh, no. Oh, man. G-Check Gulag has just put in my Discord server the photo of Bailey Smith with some Coke. It's either Coke or it's lots of MSG. Imagine being... Oh, man. Just imagine, though, the person he's obviously sent that to has then betrayed him, basically, right? He has betrayed him, and he's gone and shared... Oh, my God. That is... Yeah, icing sugar, MSG, or cocaine. As I said, I just imagine the guy that Bailey Smith thought was his friend, that he was having a laugh with, who's just gone and shared that to the media. Oh my God. He is in deep, deep trouble. That's a criminal offence though, isn't it? He could be done by the police, not just the AFL. Yeah, she has got a good job, Sue. Yeah, she works bloody hard for it. I always take the piss out of her and saying that it's an easy job. But she does work really, really hard. And she has got a good, well-paid job, which she could easily get a job over in Australia, I think. Depending on how the qualifications, the UK qualifications, kind of transform into Australian qualifications, if that makes sense. What did I eat for dinner tonight? I had a Chinese takeaway and waffles for takeaway because my wife is in Spain and I couldn't be bothered to cook. Yeah. I still feel a bit fat from it, to be honest. Kevin, I'm not sure if using the excuse I was on personal leave will help him. That's like that's like Ross from Friends saying we're on a break. See ya, Corey. Thanks for joining me, mate. It's probably... No, I meant last night. I meant last night as in about 10 hours ago. Ish. Well, stupidity. That's what money does to you, right? That's what money does. Ryan, I predicted I'm going Demons by 6. That's what I said. Demons by 6. Hi Ben, thanks for joining me, Ben. Hi Nugget and Brooks, glad you're talking. How is snorting cocaine? How is being depressed and having mental health problems an excuse for snorting cocaine? I don't. That's not an excuse. It's like smokers, right? It's like people that smoke. They always say, "Oh, I'm smoking because I'm stressed," but they're always stressed. So how does smoking help? Just saying. The third quarter is coming up. So funny. Oh man.
I think they're on shaky ground right now. I know it's an 8-point lead, but Collingwood would give themselves a huge chance in the second half.
But they've had their opportunities too, Melbourne. I mean, they were 20 points up at one stage early.
Sorry, G Check Gulag. You know him. You know him, absolute ripper kid. Everyone does it. Okay, right. A little comment poll. Who here has snorted cocaine? Say yes if you have. Say no if you haven't. I don't think anyone has. I don't think everyone does do it. I have never snorted cocaine. Yes or no in the comments. Have you ever snorted cocaine? So basically, I don't think everyone has done it. There we go. There we go. We're getting the lurkers even messaging. Hello, we actually have had a couple of people that have had it. Still, my point is accurate that not everyone has just snorted cocaine. Oh, gee. I'm not sure if that's true, G. I'm not sure if that's true. Oh, man. Sue, I'm going to take no comment as you have. That is, I've lost all my respect for you now, Sue. You've let me down big time. Big time.
Big leaders evaporated. That's exactly what Mitch Brown has to do too. He's got to draw Howe right up the ground there.
Stinky Pinky, you've let me down as well. Honestly, there's a couple of you now. Go for the D's. Gola, gola, gola. Honestly, Stinky Pinky and Sue, you two have disappointed me. But it's not me that you've disappointed. That's not the worst thing. You've disappointed yourself. You've let yourself down. Unbelievable.
Howe is outside of 50. The ball goes in where Howe really wants to be, or Collingwood want Howe to be an intercept marker or
What's my shirt say? ROBREACTS. Reacting to everything. Reacting to everything. Just in case you didn't know who I was. It was only once. Jimmy Savile might have used that excuse. Or Rolf Harris might have used that excuse. It didn't wash though, did it? Did not wash. I'm disgusted with you both, honestly. Disgusted. I'm not. I'm not. I expected better from you two. Well, it's a good start so far by the D's.
Little moments, are they? Pickett gets the ball off. Huge chance. Pies. Stand firm. Crisp.
up to 20 now.
Here's Henry. Great hands. Continues to roll onto that right boot of his.
Collingwood have got to. They've got to respond there. Good defending. Going for the goal. Another behind to add to the collection. Calculated psycho. You cannot be thinking with 2 minutes into the third quarter that you think it's too much for Collingwood. Surely you can't be saying that.
Good shot out of it too. Salem looking for Brown and finds him. Couldn't quite finish it off though. Neil Bullen heard the call out the side door and it was there.
Yes, it's because, and I cannot stop it, and I've muted it. I do apologise. It is from, I think it's from the Fox website that I've got showing me the players' names. What I might do, I'll get rid of that and see if that helps. We'll see if that helps getting rid of the noise.
Picked up here by Harms, went for the little piddly one, back inside and didn't quite get the job done.
Gee, Petrarca's a worry now. So Petrarca gets that clearance on the move. He then drifted inside forward 50 and not one single Collingwood midfielder went with him. If the D's had won that ball near the boundary line, Petrarca was completely free. Somebody has to take accountability for him away from the
No, it's not you. I think it's Fox, and I did mute the browser, but it's still coming through for some reason. Well, good job. It's not a massively high-scoring game for you, Calculated Psycho. Ryan, if you're a Yank, what made you interested in Aussie rules? Plus, why do you support the Pies? That's my question to you. Oh, I dropped it! He just had to swing around and kick that ball, but he didn't. That's a missed opportunity to get another 6 points for the D's. That's a high. That's a high. Do you think maybe that is why? Because of Mason Cox. We're living in the Matrix. That's what it is. We're living in the Matrix. Because he just shoved him.
Melbourne have lost their last two games, and both teams that they've played against have reduced the effectiveness. They haven't stopped Oliver completely, but they've reduced his effectiveness. He's up to 29. It's going to be interesting to see how Collingwood play in the second half.
27-41, coming up 15:30 left on the clock. Pies with the ball, going towards the pocket.
Oliver thought he came in behind the mark then, and he's been told to stand, so he can do nothing about the day.
Oh, he shanked that kick. Good mark. Straight over the D's head. Inch perfect. He didn't mean to kick it there.
The front space covered. And then just a little lane on Turner.
He let Turner into Hibbert and gave himself enough space.
So Myercheck, difficult kick, tough angle.
Brody Myercheck.
Going the right foot drop punt. And it's across the face. Really hard to get the left.
The kicking from the Pies is truly atrocious today. It is truly atrocious.
Now Collingwood have scrambled to slow it down, but they just watched that one sail. They might still get opened up.
Brayshaw with speed off halfback. Ginnivan does the chasing. Kick is good to Fritsch. Gets the free kick, should have taken the mark.
Yeah, the game is not quite as interesting, is it? It's not quite as good as the D's versus Swans last week. That was an incredible game. And yeah, quite often. Quite often.
Lead is on from Brown, intercepted by Darcy Moore, and the Pies, well, they're still in trouble. Pickett, a smother, a snap.
Cozzy! No pressure. No pressure put on Cozzy Pickett there at all. See, where is the sound coming? I don't know where that sound's coming from, because it must be live scores, but I don't even have it open. How weird.
Who's had an impact on this game? They're the moments where you can actually introduce yourself to the game. It's a great intercept mark, but it's just not the time to play on like that and try and...
How strange. I don't know why. I am a Southampton fan, G. I am a Southampton fan.
Concentration and then the finish too. The coach really happy with what he's seeing right now.
Reece Conker pretty happy there with the coach, wasn't he?
No, I don't think so. Everyone's got their mics turned off. Weird. I don't know. I've just opened up Flash Scores, which is sometimes what I use, and I've just muted that. So, but it's not even open, so I don't know why I'd be doing it, but we'll see. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking, but I've just closed Fox. Don't know. Never mind. We can work with it. Oh, Mason Cox can't get hold of it. Poor pass to Mason, I think. Holding. Free to Magpies. They need this. I just want to check the poll going. 167 votes in. Magpies are now 47%. They were 70 something. And D's are now 53%. No problem. 33-47. Still in it.
You're right, Tim. He gets up the ground and then really gets back hard, doesn't he, McCreary? He does a power of work off the ball. And he still had
12 minutes 21 left. 33 Magpies, 47 to the D's.
And that's a full body tackle too. Like a lot of players do get fended off in that situation, but he was so committed to making sure that his whole body stuck around Lever. You're right, not much of an opportunity to fend off. But then a great tackle there by McCreary.
Become a bit of a fan favourite at Collingwood, Bo McCreary.
I see. I never understand the difference between when they're holding and when they get a free kick like just before. I don't understand what the laws are for that, because sometimes I'm thinking, okay, well, it'll be a ball up for holding, but then they give a free, but I don't know why. Mason Cox, he can score. He can score. 39-47. 8 points in it. That'll give him a little bit of a boost. See, it's that crowd noise again, and I don't know why.
Gee, this is what you want from Mason Cox. Big, strong
And again.
sitting under the footy, and then follow up. Good, sharp hands from Taylor Adams.
All right, astronaut.
Superb finish from the big fella on the run. The Pies fans loved it. That's a big goal.
Didn't he enjoy it, Mace? Look at him. Collingwood the only side not to lose to Melbourne in 2021. Handball out the back door, Jackson. They're within 8 points of the Premiers right now. Long ball more.
Good mark.
Looking like they want to play a little faster now. Nick Dacos wide and steadies to Maynard. Hammers a bit
Still an open game at the moment, isn't it? It is still anyone's game. And I did say at the start, I don't think I could call it. I just don't think I have. You know, you never know what Collingwood team is going to turn up. They can be either brilliant or absolutely useless. Gawn's off going down the tunnel again. It is a decent sized crowd there, isn't it, at the MCG for the Queen's birthday.
The Pies trying to put a month of wins together. Sparrow on the outer side. Mason Cox tries to get him to lock.
He's made another. All this abuse. See you later, Sue. Thanks for joining me. All this abuse Mason Cox gets. He has made a few good marks so far.
Nick Dacos to Quainer. Gawn took a long time. That one that he contested at the centre bounce against Mason Cox, he took a long time to get back up off the ground. So he must have re-injured himself there. Body almost buckled underneath.
I think Pies definitely have a little bit more momentum at the moment. 10 minutes 15 left. Oh, hello, Claire. Oh, dodgy bounce. Collingwood pick it up, though. Oh, bad pass. Kicking it up. No, D's got it. They want to slow it down now. Straight back to Pies. Playing on. Pies into the 50. And ball out. The intensity's gone up a little bit, hasn't it? Definitely gone up a little bit.
Whether the player is under pressure or not, on 2 occasions he's actually ducked out the back as opposed to pushing forward to the player with the ball.
The youngster from Albury in the hands of the Medicos. There's the man he collided with, Elliott. On the left, hits the deck.
What's he even given that for? No idea why he did that. Weird. Who's all green? Calculated Psycho, the game is probably about 20 seconds-ish ahead of mine. Because I'm streaming it to me and then I'm streaming it to you. Melbourne are getting the umpire decisions. The crowd allowed Mason Cox with another mark. He is making a lot of marks now. He's gone into the defensive position though.
I think they'll still have to have a look at the vision and do the test. I'm not saying that he's concussed, but
all of a sudden, Cox is becoming a superstar.
In the contest, ended up with a football, gave it off. Viney gives it back to him. Works it towards.
And again. Ryan, I've not been to New York. I've not been in New York. And probably the only reason I'd go to America is to watch the wrestling. To watch AEW. But then again, I'd hope it come to England soon. Why is Cox now gone defensive instead of being up front?
He's ignored. Short ball is on to Langdon. Pies have got the last 2 majors of the afternoon after Viney and Pickett.
7 minutes of the third quarter. 8 in it.
Cox not quite
Cozzy. No. Pressured on the kick.
Was almost on there. Quayner's ability to run and track him down. Here's that head clash again. That's flush for both players.
I agree with Tim. Both doctors would look at the screen and say, get those players off, we need to look at them. And I'm not sure whether that's happened or not. I don't know. Can't tell you.
It's still out there.
Hi, Anthony. The game has just started getting interesting, if that helps. So you probably haven't missed too much.
At all.
His head too, like that was a really hard knock there.
Oh, that was a... Oh, that was a rough landing. That was a big, big thump to the ground.
The doctor away there. That's where the doctor, for their own good, you got to bring the player off there and just overrule them.
I thought that was the thing that was being done, Lingy, that they were no longer believing the players because they're too courageous for their own good.
He's sort of carrying his shoulder a bit, which he's got strapped up already, so that might be where he's feeling the pain.
Oh, good.
So just on that point, there are independent doctors down there on the boundary, and they'll be looking at that vision.
Hi, Toby. Hi, Cohen.
So we need not worry. Noble, Dacos, back to Noble. Now they can work the angle back inside. The
Oh, Ginnivan, not quite. Toby, yeah, my week's been very good. Weekend without the wife, it's been good. If it helps, Cohen, I did bleach my hair during COVID, mainly because I knew lots of people wouldn't see me. So I did have bleached hair during COVID. Cox plays it on. He's got to score. He's got to score. 2-point game. 5 minutes of the third quarter. Cox is everywhere. He was in defence just now. Now he's setting up goals up front. Game on. 2 points in it. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable, Jeff. It's been a little bit scrappy. It was basically it was Pye's inability to score goals that were the problem to start off with. Look, and all you people doubted him. You people doubted Cox.
Superb. Collingwood back within 2 points.
And the club doctor or the independent doctor, I'm assuming it's the club doctor's been out to Elliott too during that or after that passage of play just to check on him. But
Jimmy, Gorn okay to go again, you reckon?
He's back up. He's trying to do some strides to warm back up on the boundary line here. He'll be back on shortly.
Back to the middle we go. Cameron knocking in the path of the goey, who's lit up here. Probably wanted the give and go out the back door. Pendlebury said, no, I can cut a little bit off here. Good ball. Dude, Rachel's been good in some tight situations here.
I think D's didn't manage to slow the game down, did they? They really haven't slowed the game down. Whenever they've got possession, they have needed just to slow the game down. I think Pies have had the momentum, and they needed to change that.
It's been a good move for Brayshaw, hasn't it? And we went back when Salem was ruled out for a period of time, but it worked so well now.
Brian, how far behind are you watching? Brian, yes, bought something from Boots, but we haven't said that. We mentioned that ages ago. Oh, nice. I love a Labrador, Toby. Labradors are brilliant dogs.
Physios and doctors for the D's have had to do some thinking.
Gorn's back on. He's been on and off constantly. Been down that tunnel twice. Big ball into the 50. God, his run up is ridiculous. Nope. 1 point. 3 points in it. 3 minutes 30 left of the third quarter. Collingwood playing quick plays here. Get rid of it.
And he finds Jordan. 3:15 remaining here in the third. As Jordan just settles.
Playing on. Took too long. Get on with it. It is down the wing. Nice.
They're not going to stop attacking Collingwood, though, are they? This is not the man to take the kick inside, though.
This will be long down the line to my check, you would assume.
Maxi's waiting down there, though, too. And he
That's a good kick to him.
Dakos steps back into the pocket there.
Petrarca, I've not really seen enough of him. I don't think he's anything special today. He's not having the best game. High. Is that not a high tackle? How is that not a high tackle? This is the inconsistency of the umpires. Utter nonsense. Utter nonsense. You've got to be consistent with their decisions. Petrarca's got it now. It's just some strange decisions from the umpires today. Really strange decisions. Yeah, how can you play on when he's gone backwards off the pitch?
And we're assuming Harrison Petty, Jimmy's gone down for a concussion test.
A concussion, and he was holding his right shoulder that he was strapped. So Kate Chandler, shifting his seat, knows he's more than likely to be called upon soon. Dakos to Noble.
Collingwood really are just playing quicker football, aren't they? They've got the speed. They're just trying to put the pressure on the. Oh, I almost turned him. On the D's defence. 1 point. Back to 2. Hi, Renee.
He's now playing as one of their key defenders, matching up against Myercheck. Hibbert to Brown. Cameron back inside, but here he is again. Brayshaw hasn't he had the ball?
Yeah, I think the D's are just struggling to cope with the Pies' speed at the moment. 1 minute 20 left of the third quarter. Stevens going for a draw. I really should put that in my polls when I do it. Give the option of a draw. No one there. No one there. You got to look where you're kicking it for starters.
3-2 to 2-2 for the term. Feels like the Pies have done a little bit more than that.
I think that's what the Pies have got to do. They've got to play quick. They've got to play real quick. Myercheck with the ball just outside the 50, 55 out roughly.
Well, looks like he's backing himself. Looks inside, but it's so congested.
Yeah, give it a Cox. Cox seems to be on fire at the moment. Look for the goggles.
Little kick, just will have a shot. Long way for him there, but a little bit of left to right he needs on this.
2 straight for the afternoon. Puts it to the top of the square.
He's going up.
Cameron,
oh, Gawn. That's what you want Gawn for. I haven't seen enough of Gawn either today. He's not had a great game. I know there's been periods where he's been a little bit injured, but that is the third quarter done. Turn the sound down a second. A 2-point game. A much better quarter, wasn't it? A much better quarter. Robert Irwin with an echidna. Oh no! Now the Irwins are doing Uber Eats with Paris Hilton. Problem is I turned the sound down so I couldn't hear it. I missed the Paris Hilton Robert Irwin advert. Right, yeah. It was a much better quarter for Collingwood. They played a much faster style of game, and it just seemed to affect the Demons. They couldn't seem to find the time, could they? Well, she is a dumb blonde, though, sadly, Kevin. She is a dumb blonde. I don't think she's just playing it, but I think she really is a dumb blonde. Thanks, Renee. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button down below. See if we can get to 70. See if we can get to 70 likes before the end of the game. That would be brilliant. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already as well. The game is showing in the Discord server. So if you don't have access to the game, join the Discord server and it is showing in there for you. Yeah, as I said, for example, Gawn has been on and off. He's been down the tunnel a couple of times already. And he normally is a key man, but I'm just not seeing Gawn at all. So that's going to be a huge miss if he's not playing. I still said 6 to the Demons to win by 6, but I've said from the start I can't call it. I really can't call it because you just don't know which Collingwood team is going to turn up, and I think that has been their thing this year. You don't know which team. They've beaten some good teams, they've lost to some good teams, and vice versa with the worst teams. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one, and it should be a decent fourth quarter for sure. I'm glad it did hot up though, because it was getting a little bit dull in the second. Once upon a time, the Tigers reigned supreme. Not anymore. Welcome to 2022 Blue. Well, that seems a bit harsh on Richmond, doesn't it? That's a bit mean. Big Brother tonight. How is that still on? How are you guys still watching Big Brother? Jesus. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining me, Kim. Guys, don't forget, if you haven't got access to the game, the last quarter is showing on my Discord server. You are welcome to watch, my friends. Yeah, it's a bit late, Kim. Bit late in the day, Kim. Kevin, don't be mean to the Perthians. Anthony, you watched my Cadbury's video. One thing you forgot to say is that you live near the Ringwood Cadbury factory. And when the wind is blowing the right way, it's a beautiful smell of chocolate. Sounds like heaven. Hi, Reese. I keep saying this. I said Demons by 6, but I'm a Sydney Swans fan. Renee, there's still a lot of the season still to go. Man, I think they're still probably going to win the ground. I still think they're going to win the minor premiership at least, and then I have no idea who's going to win the grand final. Hopefully, it'll be Sydney Swans. That would be the ideal thing. Oh, Reese, you better hope Demons win then. I hope you didn't bet too much. Gambling is dangerous, mate. Gambling is very dangerous. Corey's back. Mr. Rioli is back in the house. Claire, what do you mean? What one did I get up? Hi, Alexi. Hello, mate. We're here. Alexi's here for some AFL action. Game is on. Let's get the sound back up.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, obviously, Turner subbed out. Bad news for him in his debut match.
Oh, what time did I get up? Sorry. Far too early. I got up about 5:15 in the morning. I am exhausted. It's 8:20 at the moment. I'm knackered. So, can Collingwood keep the pressure up now? Can they keep the fast pace for another 20 minutes?
That's where Hibbert actually's got him covered. Where it's been most dangerous is the ground level stuff.
He says I'm already in the drain, and so I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, Corey, Collingwood decided they can play again. Mason Cox has been actually marking the ball and scored a couple. Oh, what the hell was that?
That is just very, very tough to ask a guy to kick the footy over a man on the mark when he can't get any sort of run up.
When you're restricting him to
That was dreadful.
steps maybe to get any momentum going, and he couldn't then put it out.
That was absolutely... Well, it looked like he was going to kick it on his left, but he then switched to his right. So I don't think his run-up really helped.
And there would have been a number that Simon Goodwin would have been zeroing in on at three-quarter time. 36-26 contested possession. Collingwood's way in that third term.
Yeah, the government never gives money. It's your tax money, so they're just giving extra of your money. Hi, Simon. Thanks for joining me, Simon. Yeah, I say he shanked it as well. That's a term I would use. Astro. Get off. Get off. Leave your sister alone. Sorry, I just had to separate the cats. God, Mason Cox really is absolutely ginormous.
Now Bowie from deep in defence. High ball going to come back though. Pendlebury. Plenty of Collingwood numbers at the back. Maynard pumps it back inside 50. This is a very, very good ball for Collingwood. Pushed out of the way was Cox. Over the top went Myerjack.
Oh.
G. Lever got him in a ripping tackle. Fantastic tackle by Jake Lever.
That's just great power by De Goey. He nearly got through. Fantastic tackle as you called, but that's what he can do. Burst through.
It's true. It's true, Alexi.
To choose wisely. Gorn with Murphy. Did a good job of it. Maynard happy just to kick off the ground. Ricochets off Jordan. Oh, out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think it come off his lower leg.
Steel side bottom chose to bump. Arms off the ball there and just really sore.
Why would Peru be playing Australia in the World Cup qualifiers? That seems a strange one. They're in South America. Even though I did see Australia played United States in rugby union, women's rugby union yesterday.
Murphy either with cramp or hurt there. Petrarca decides to move the ball quickly here to Jordan. Slicing kick to Spargo. This is a quick transfer. Gee, very nearly went to Pickett. And Pickett in the end wondered why he didn't.
Hi, T-Bone.
Now over the top to Viney. So this will be good for Melbourne. They'll get an opportunity to own the ball in their forward half. Not have to defend.
Still 2 points in it. Coming up 3 minutes left into the game. 15-15 of the game left. Oh, he spun it. He spun it away from the goal. I don't know, Xavier. I didn't bother watching it, if I'm honest. I just noticed that Australia were playing the United States.
The D's heading into the bye with plenty of soldiers that need a break. Cameron against Gawn. Gawn, one of those that's suffering today. Runs into Quainer.
He's not releasing it, is he?
There's been a couple of great tackles, hasn't there, at that part of the ground there. This one from that is just a great body tackle there from Quainer, but then McCreary's one in the third quarter to set that goal up too was fantastic.
Low ball from Quainer was good. Oscar nearly just
He meant the rugby that I just mentioned.
BT, you mentioned before that Collingwood were able to get repeat inside 50s, but every single one of them was long and high.
This is a bloody close game. Really, really close game to finish the week with.
He's going to do everything he can to help with those long high balls. So when Collingwood go forward, it must be with some creativity.
Hi, Simeon. Thank you so much for joining me. If you don't have access to the game, you're welcome to join in the Discord server. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. That would be awesome. Nice hand passing from Collingwood. And the mark within the 50. Can Collingwood take the lead? They took the lead right at the start of the game and have been behind for the rest.
But it has been better than what Melbourne's been between their mids and their forwards. Just lowering the eyes at the critical time. Big kick this from Myercheck.
Haven't been in front since 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Mm.
The Pies.
Been a long game being behind. They've got to score this.
Should he goal here? 50 metres out.
It's good. It's good. It is good. They take the lead, 52-48. 4 points ahead. This is going to be a tight finish. A really, really tight finish.
They have stayed in the hunt here, the Pies. Despite at one stage, early in the game, Melbourne looking dominant. And you sort of thought how far. They have been resilient.
15-25, 4 points in the lead for the Magpies.
They've been great fighters. That is a pressure kick. A great finish there by Myercheck. Beautifully set up by Pendlebury.
Cohen, how is inflation going in the UK? Not great. Or, well, no, for inflation it's doing very well. But it depends if you want high inflation or not. But yeah, it's very high. The government are not doing a great job of reducing or limiting it. Alexi, I can tell you what I use, and they probably do show it. They've got loads and loads of channels, but you'll have to send me a message. Send me a message on Discord and I can tell you about it. Simon is confident Demons are going to win that. He's confident. There's still 14 minutes 50 left. Plenty of time.
Funny little kick, Lipinski. Henry had a lot to do. Myercheck.
Holding.
There'll be no player there. So remarkably, Collingwood in front. Early stages last quarter here.
Jackson wants the front. Cameron at the back. Oscar Elliott.
This is anyone's game. Anyone's game. But it's certainly going the way of the Pies, isn't it? He's going for a big goal. He's going for a big goal. Oh, he made the mark. He possibly could have left it. He could have left it, and I think it would have gone in. But he does more or less guarantee himself a goal now. Is this going to be 3 losses in a row for the D's? Ouch. 52-48 becomes...
For a 10-point Collingwood lead. Queen's birthday Monday. Here it is with Elliott.
Go! The crowd go wild. 58-48. Unbelievable. Hi, Alan Guy. Alan Guy, make sure you subscribe, and there's plenty on my channel. 10 points. 10-point lead for the Pies. I did say D's by 6, but it's looking tougher and tougher. I may be wrong. Hi, Ricky. I think Pies could have this. I think D's are going to lose 3 in a row.
Times Collingwood have looked really good when they've opened up Melbourne, turned their defenders around and got back towards goal.
Pacino said it, game of inches, isn't it?
Oh my God, that's not good when Mason Cox is beating Gawn for the ball up. That is a bad sign. A very bad sign. I think D's are just looking so ropey now in the last 3 games. See you later, Andy. I don't know what the hell Cox ball is. Out of bounds. They've just done nothing for the last 27 minutes, have they?
10 wins this year, but only 2 of those against sides currently in the 8. The 2 losses have been against sides in the 8. Will this be a 3rd, or can they conjure up something here?
Nice attack. A nice attack for the D's. They've got some pace. Ah, he drops the ball. That's a high. That's a high. He's apologising. Chill out. Gawn is having a dreadful game. Really, really poor game. Considering he normally bosses it. Even against the Swans where they lost. He'd still had a fairly decent game. But this game, he's looking awful.
Collingwood were really great last week, late in that game too. They were really smart with their usage of the ball. Ollie Henry took a couple of really important marks too late in that game.
Good mark. There was no pressure on him.
Back-to-back wins under goal. Hasn't happened since 1903 for the Pies. Can they make it 4 in a row? The Demons, they've got them on the ropes. Cameron, Spargo, little gift to Bowie. Jordan under pressure. Pies charging at him. McCreary made him kick the football.
This is the Pies to lose, isn't it? This is a Pies game to lose.
Spargo was screaming for the football. He was ignored. Jackson goes long with Howe.
You might check's playing some last quarter footy too.
38 coming up for Clary Oliver.
With one sideways, good ball, Spargo.
Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. Take 2 seconds to do. If you're enjoying the stream, if you haven't got access to the game, it is on the Discord server. Good mark. Good mark.
So Jackson has already had one look from roughly this position earlier in the game.
Great mark by Jackson.
He needs to get this to bring it back to 4.
One-on-one situation against Howe because Collingwood had it covered. They had Maynard see more in a triangle covering the space pretty well.
So this position, remember the last one he had from almost identical situation, went right. Have to get it on the boot perfectly here. Jackson.
Jackson with the kick. Yes, back to 4. The game is not done. This is a thriller. This is a last quarter thriller. 10 minutes 33 left. It is still anyone's game. Anyone's game. He scores a goal and gets subbed off. Good code. Good.
Pressure on the ball is the most important thing. When you're undersized or undermanned in the back line, you just want pressure on the ball so then Lever can roll off. Lingy touched on this before. Brayshaw can come peel over and help out. Petty back on the ground helps with that matchup as well.
So the Demons' first goal in their last 15 entries gets it back to 4 points. Sparrow to Viney. Oliver.
Nice passing. Good passing from the D's, but Gordon messes it up. Simon, it's 8:36 in the morning. It's far too early.
Everything feels so urgent right now. Cox off the ground. Gains about 20 metres. Salem to Langdon to Petty. Langdon continues to run. Little ball on the left, not the 15. Viney heard it. Got through the steel side bottom tackle.
Good mark. Collingwood are still soaking up the pressure at the moment. They've got to get their speed on again. Collingwood outside the 50. Oh, poor pass. 9:30 to go. They're playing on advantage. Cozzy with the ball. They've got to go high. They've got to go high. Oh, good defending. Brown looked like he had it in his hands, but punched away. This is high intensity stuff. 4 points in it. 4 points in this game. 8 minutes 50 to go. I think I was saying in the third quarter that the D's needed to slow the game down. Now they need to speed it up. They need to be getting... Oh, that's slipped and took his feet away from him. Yeah, I think D's need to speed it up now and put the Pies under pressure. Oh! Alexei, what he's basically saying is it's a tight contest and it's going to be a really close battle to win the game. As in, it's anyone's game now. Got to clear it. Got to clear the ball. That's dangerous. It's dangerous playing the ball across the goal line. Very dangerous playing the ball across the goal line like that. Luckily, they get away with it. Uh-oh. Mason Cox. That was a weird kick. He's playing on. Ball in. Yo! This will be hard to miss. This will definitely be a hard one to miss. Harper, if you want to watch the game, it's in the Discord. There's 7 minutes and 8 seconds.
17-12 coming into today. That's a great.
Is this going to be 64-54? Is this going to be a 10-point lead?
4 kicks for the afternoon. This to make a quiet afternoon a valuable one.
In you go. 10-point lead again. 6 minutes 45 on the clock. No, I'm not anxious. I don't support either of these teams, Donna. I'm Sydney Swans. I just know it's a tight finish to the game. Hey, I'm nice like that, you see. I am nice.
But in front of us, such a big crowd on such a big occasion here at the MCG on Monday to go back and coolly slot that, given the circumstances of the game. Well done, young man.
Outstanding play here. First off from Oscar to go, and then Ollie Henry to come at the footy. He's had a quiet day, but what a moment. Only 20 games of AFL.
I think this has got to be a Pies game now, doesn't it?
Huge goal for his team.
Melbourne looking to go a game clear on top.
Oh, really, Brian? Well, I certainly didn't get it when you said it. I think you're behind. Cozzy with a big tackle. No, I don't really, Gabriel. I don't really have a second, third favourite, if I'm honest. 6:20 to go. Playing it down to the wing. Can't keep hold of it. He's got it back. D's with the ball. They need to attack. Good. Who's in a space? Gawn's in a space. Gawn's in a space. Gawn was in a space. Behind. Gawn was in a space though. Gawn was shouting for it. He would have been in a better place to score then. 64-55, 9 points in it. 5:40 on the clock.
Demons need to find a couple of goals. They've got just over 5 minutes to do it.
It's only 2 goals they need.
Comes unstuck. Pendlebury at half-back. The new role that he's playing so well into Mason Cox.
What a game he's played.
Had a huge afternoon.
Love their ball use too. Brave.
Elliott got a hand on.
Bang. Sit down. Uh-oh. Pies are on the attack. It's not past. Oh! Oh, man! This is another 6 points coming up. It's going to be an even bigger lead. It's going to be a 15-point lead now. 4 minutes 40 left. They're slowing it right down. Slowing it right down.
And that opened everything up, and Jamie Elliott's tap outstanding to his teammates' advantage. Big team goal, this one.
This is. I think this is over. They score. This is over. In you go. This is going to be the 3rd defeat in a row for the Demons. 37-point swing. They did very well to come back into this, didn't they? But D's have done nothing. They've done absolutely nothing in this 4th quarter.
The Demons have had a few problems with injuries, but Collingwood have continued to fight.
15 points, 4 minutes 20 to go. It just seems the D's don't know what they're doing. They do not know what they're doing now. This is when you need either a leader or you need... Sorry, I've returned. I've only had a McDonald's sent to me again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. 3 minutes 30. It's game over. It is game over. They've got to find something. D's playing the ball into the 50. Pies top 4. The Pies are not making top 4. 1 is not enough. 1 point is not enough. It's done, isn't it? It's done.
Well, 76,059 here today. There's been 75,000 plus crowds this year. Collingwood have played
14 points. They need 3 goals in 2 minutes 30, and they're not going to do it, are they? No chance at all. Pies top 6, maybe. Top 4, I don't think so. I think there's too many stronger teams ahead of them.
picked up by Bowie. Goes down looking for Jackson and Gorn. 2 of the best big men in the comp. Spills to Noble. Squirting handball to Howe. On to Pendlebury. He just
Pies are just keeping the ball, aren't they? They're just keeping the ball now. That's all they've got to do. Just slow the game down. Keep the ball. Don't let D's get it. Go! Now it is game, set, and match. Game, set, match. Job done for Collingwood. GG, as they say. GG. Pies fans are going to be very, very happy after this, aren't they? They're going to be very happy. Yeah, my footy tip for today is done. It's gone. These just haven't done anything. They've not had any sort of attacking prowess. Their defence has been poor. Not good.
They've kicked 8 of the last 9. They've beaten Fremantle, they've beaten Carlton. They're about to beat the reigning premiers.
Oh, thanks, Calculated Psycho.
Just kick it out of the air, back to Brayshaw it comes.
I've just got myself a McDonald's, so it's going to be a hot one now. Thank you so much, mate. That's really, really kind of you. 1 minute 20 left. Honestly, since the 3rd quarter, the Pies have just looked more energetic. I think that's possibly a word I'd use. They've been more energetic, and I think that's just done the job. The D's haven't been able to cope with the pace of the Pies players and the pace that the game that the Pies have created. The songs are coming out. Well, GemXS, this is what I was saying. This is what I've said about Collingwood. You don't know what team is going to turn up. They're either really useless or they're brilliant. And there's another one. 82-56. Wow. Unbelievable. Just crazy that this game was 2 points in it and neck just now, and now it's 82-56. You wouldn't have realised how close the game was for so long, and you wouldn't realise how far behind the Pies were. It's just mad. The D's just collapsed. 45 seconds left of the game, and the D's collapsed. Unbelievable. And that pushes Melbourne down to second. Same points as Brisbane, but down to second.
Ball wobbles towards half forward. Noble lead the race. So the Demons now in second spot.
30 seconds. This last 30 seconds is dragging out. It is game, set, match.
Another challenger takes a swing at the champ. And for the third week in a row, the champ gets knocked over.
15 seconds.
Carlton play Richmond on Thursday. If Carlton win that now that Melbourne have lost this, they'll be equal top.
The problem is, though, JMX says it needs to be earlier on. You can't win anything. Well, I say you can't win anything late in the season. You can, because it's all about just making sure you're in the top 8. So that's not correct, because it doesn't matter if you become top of the league, is it? In AFL. So it's just about doing enough to get to the finals in the first place. I don't even know the Magpies song, to be honest. That's not very good, is it? Well, what an interesting game. It really was an interesting game. I'm going to get the sound down. I don't want to listen to that horrible Magpies song. A really, really weird, interesting game that could have gone either way. It really could have gone either way. The Demons just didn't turn up, did they? The Demons did not turn up. And I'm so surprised. I'm really surprised they third game in a row lost. I wouldn't have expected that. Hey Ryan, well if you've just won 2k, share the love, mate. Share the love. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird set of results for the Demons, especially earlier on. See Panaverse, especially earlier on in the season, I said I can't see the Demons losing. I can't see anyone beating them, and then they go and lose 3 in a row. Wow, this season is a mad one, and I have no idea which way it's going, because we've now discovered that the D's can lose. Mad. It really is. Hey, I just thought, if you're gonna win 2k and you've just enjoyed the game with me, you're welcome to share the green, if you know what I mean. No, I'm joking. You don't actually have to. You don't actually have to. I was joking, mate. I was joking. Fair play for winning, though. Guys, incredible. Thank you so much for everyone for joining me once again. It is truly humbling that you guys want to share the room with me. And it was worth getting up. Honestly, I know. It was worth getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning, 5:15 in the morning, to watch this with the Big Freeze 8 at the start as well. Such a pleasure once again. Yeah, anyone can win. Anyone can win. It's fantastic, isn't it? It really is fantastic. I say anyone can win. No, not everyone can win, because the Kangaroos, the Bombers, and the Eagles are all absolutely useless, and they cannot win because they are that bad. So they can't win. That is the exception to the rule, I think. They are definitely the exception to the rule because they are that bad. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much once again for joining me. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Go subscribe to our vlog channel in the description down below. You might enjoy some of our vlogs. Maybe. You might not. Who knows? I am going to leave it there. I'm going to eat some breakfast, and I've got to get to do some work today. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, guys.